Hey, welcome into Rob Wright's Gen X Pop Culture. And today, hey, what happened when disco ruled, rock battled back, pop had some ballads, and then we've got a highly unusual album to talk about. It's the hits of 1978 and the album we love, Ballad in Hell, coming up next on Rob Wright's Gen X Pop Culture. And let's bring on my lovely panel. Here we go. We've got Heather L. Heather, how are you today?
Howdy, Rob. Doing great. This is going to be fun. A lot of good songs to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm liking it.
Stark of Iron, first off, congratulations on over 4,000 subs to your channel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm living the dream, dreaming to live, hopefully not to wake up to die. We are ready to dive into finally a good list for once. Like, holy, I died and went to hell. I mean, heaven.
And the lovely Agent Pepsi One. How are you today, Agent Pepsi One?
Oh, I am doing well. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Glad you're here. Glad all of you are here. So before we start to dive in, let's just talk about the overview real quick. Hey, we put a poll at the front asking you guys what genre dominated. So let us know what genre you think dominated the 1978 landscape, because this one's got a variety of stuff. And just looking at from an overview, my goodness, there's so many good songs, not only the top 40, but the top 100.
This was, as to quote the great chairman of the board, a really good year.
Yep. Very nice.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best years in the 70s. What do you guys think? I'd make that argument.
Wholeheartedly concur, sir.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it was great. I mean, all these great songs. It's just so amazing.
Mm-hmm. So, hey,
so I get to hit the Family Feud bell, not the buzzer today. This is
it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Also, do you know that there are two soundtracks that were dominant on this list? That movie soundtracks. Can you name the two movies?
Saturday Night Fever and Grease.
Grease.
Saturday Night Fever and Grease. Yeah,
I knew of Grease. Saturday Night Fever actually hit it, huh? Wow.
Oh yeah, Saturday Night Fever, big album this year. So, it's great. So I mean, we're getting a whole bunch of people start to come in. So woohoo! But yeah, it should be a fun one to talk about. I think with this one, you're seeing all the transition. I mean, disco is finally. I think disco is probably at its peak this year, and also I think you're starting to get some of that softer rock that has been creeping in. That's really moved up, and to what we now call yacht rock is starting to appear here. And then you still got a mix of the hard rock here that's coming in. So it's a good mixture. And then we're going to throw in an album, Bad Out of Hell, that we're going to talk about that kind of breaks the mold of all of that.
Finally, metal. I demanded the
metal, rock opera.
That's right, Heather. The metal.
Yeah.
You can't kill the metal.
Bring the metal.
We lost Agent Pepsi One. Hopefully she'll be back in a minute. So hang on. We're going to give her a minute to come back in before we start on the top 10 on the first set. But folks, we've got a poll out there that we're going to talk about, and we're going to try and engage you guys a little bit more with the different polls. So we'll ask you what the best song is as we go through each of the 10. But the first poll here is what dominated disco, rock, pop ballads, or movie soundtracks? I would say movie soundtracks gets probably the top 20. But what about you guys? What would you say the answer to that question? Would you say disco, rock, pop ballads?
Man, the two soundtracks are just, killing it, just because, they don't make up the majority of the list, but all the songs from those albums hit the charts. And so I think they dominated in that sense, because those were some killer soundtracks, seriously.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The soundtracks are killer. I would say soundtracks probably my answer would be soundtracks. Disco could probably overlap with some of that since one of the soundtracks was Saturday Night Fever. Pepsi, you sound like you wanted to weigh in on that poll.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I actually voted in that poll, and I said rock music because rock music was starting to dominate again, and
Mhm.
it wasn't so much like heavy metal or the heavier stuff, but it was the rock ballads. I mean, they were
Mhm.
just, I mean, absolutely amazing. The songs of '78 and '79. So, I mean, that's the way I see it.
Cool.
So, but the soundtracks. I mean, I'm not a fan of the movie Grease, although I love the soundtrack. But
Hold on. I thought, why? But why though? But
you
why
cannot
though?
be serious. You cannot be serious. Be a
6
fan of
minutes
that
in, kids,
stupid
and I already
movie.
had to use the buzzer.
The soundtrack is
6
amazing.
minutes in, kids.
Oh, it doesn't
Keep
bode
those at
well.
home.
Doesn't bode well.
That doesn't bode well at all, but we shall see. And I'll tell you some stories about Greece from my own personal life. So that movie had an interesting. I've had some interesting things with that movie.
Is
Hint,
it
it involves karaoke. It involves a girl, but we
Summer
won't.
Lovin' gone
Ooh,
bad,
hey now.
girl?
Hey
Summer
now.
Lovin',
Hey
yeah,
now.
definitely gone bad. Oh my gosh, we won't get into that. But all right, let's get into our first set of 10 here right now. And we're going to add to stage our slides and we'll go over the 40 through 31 here. So coming in at number 40, Walter Egan's classic Magnet and Steel, followed by the great Kansas song Dust and Wind.
It's so easily parodied too. My God.
Yes. And number 38, The Closer I Get to You by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. 37 is a ballad by Rod Stewart, You're in My Heart, the final acclaim. Foreigner rocks the charts at number 36 with Hot Blooded, Chicken and Sea.
Blooded.
And then we get to one of the Grease soundtrack albums, Olivia Newton-John with Hopelessly Devoted to You. Oh, isn't that nice? I wish she was hopelessly devoted to me, but alas, she's gone. And then
Happy Valentine's Day there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy Valentine's Day. Or Singles Awareness Day, as I always call it. So, and then Donna Summer with the rockin' hit that was very popular. It's been popular in pop culture. It's called Last Dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dan Hall comes in with the ballad Sometimes When We Touch at 33. ABBA rocks the charts again with Take a Chance on Me, which is one of their rockin' hits. And finally, Radio comes in with Jack and Jill.
Motown,
Okay.
Motown. Anyway.
Stark, why don't you kick us off and tell us what you like about these 10?
For those who don't know, who are new here, I have a soft spot for soul music. I have a soft spot for Motown music. So I'm already happy to see that we got that representation at number 31. But that out of these songs, though, the ones that stands out obviously is "Dust in the Wind" for me, alongside "Hot Blooded," and it's just those two songs are easy to parody. I've improved, lyrics for both of those songs on episodes of the matinee. Which has been recently exploding. Thank the good Lord, God.
Woohoo! Congrats.
So it's getting there. It's getting there. But just this is already a good start. Obviously, Grease is being represented here as well. We're going to be seeing a recurring theme with a lot of these tracks throughout tonight's episode, and for good reason, because again, Grease is not just a damn good musical; it's a damn good movie. Pepsi, okay, all right. Damn good movie. All right. I love you like a fat kid loves cake, but come on. All right. So there's just some things that I've buzzed you for less. I have buzzed you for less. Let's put it that way. But this is just a good start. This is a good start to a hell of a list. And even then, like we still got, we're gonna be gushing and waxing poetic over the best of the rest later on. Like I'm pretty stoked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pepsi, I know you're dying to chime in after that. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Grease is not that great a movie. It's not that a musical, but the music was amazing. The music, oh my God! I have the soundtrack. I do. Yeah, but I mean, the music is amazing. Magnet and Steel number 40. That's a great song. Dust in the Wind. I love that song from Canada. In fact, I love their music. Hey, there is a cover of that. There's a cover of that by a Ukrainian artist, Daria Zarasadona, something like that. I mean, she does an amazing cover of that. That's on YouTube. I strongly recommend that you watch that cover. It is great. It's more like of a metal cover.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Blooded. I mean, oh my God, that's an amazing song.
Well,
but my favorite song on here is number 34, which is Last Dance by Donna Summer. I love her voice.
Good call.
I really love her voice. It's, you may not know this, Donna Summer spoke fluent German because her ex-husband was German.
Mm-hmm.
And she spent like 5 years in Munich. That's where she learned the language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you have Take Chance on Me. I mean, that is another amazing song by ABBA. And it's just, their harmonies. I mean, they just put a smile on my face. They really do. And
so we can find you. We can find you rocking out to both of those songs at your house.
Yeah, I mean, at times you can. But you would definitely find me more doing like Dust in the Wind and Hot Blooded.
Yeah. Dancing with Dipsy. Your dog.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. I would like that.
Yeah, she just looks at me sometimes though, but like, Mom, sit back down. You're okay.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? The human's having an episode again. What's going on?
I mean, exactly. Like, Mom, don't you want to go take a nap? Okay.
Yeah. Time to lay down. Get some food.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, Heather, what do you think of these?
This is a great bunch to start out with. Top one's Dust in the Wind, obviously. It's such a beautiful song. Incredible acoustic guitar, and just that instrumentation section with the violin is just so great. Obviously the singers, the harmonies are great. But the message of the song, right? Kind of like you need to live in the present because everything is temporary, and not living for the past, not putting things off for the future, but live for today is always a great reminder. Such a great message in that song. Hot Blooded, man, that is just like straight up rock song, and it's really heavy riff, like for a more of a pop rock and in this era before things got really heavy. That's a super heavy riff. And obviously Lou Graham's vocals just always kick ass. I agree. And Last Dance, man, Donna Summer, I love her voice.
Oh my God.
Just great. Even though she is more to the disco side, but to me, she's one of those artists who just transcend disco. Her vocals are fantastic. I love the slow opening to it, and then it picks up, and the lyrics are pretty good too. Take a Chance on Me, again, fantastic. The acapella opening of this, it's one of my favorite ABBA songs. So like that acapella opening, and that syncopated where the guys are just like, take a chance. They do the little syncopated thing to add it. It's got kind of a unique synth sound to it. It was like early synth, like before you got that heavy in the 80s. But it's a really cool sound. It's not like when you hear on a lot of other songs. And God, check out Frida in the video to this, man. She's got the most kick-ass, thigh-high, tight boots, the wardrobe, outstanding. Yeah,
Wow.
stuff.
Heather, you saying you want to pair those boots?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh,
Wow.
I've only got like knee-high boots, a few pair. I don't have any of the thigh-high that are like super tight. What I want some. Hers and that are man outstanding. Wearing those paired with like a mini skirt, just great stuff.
Awesome.
The rest of these, I mean, I don't really hate any on this list. I think they're all pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Hopelessly Devoted to You, it's great within the context of Grease. Outside of Grease, it might be a little bit
Terrible.
a little bit cheesy.
Hey now.
Hey, Tony, if we're not wrong, I mean, honestly, as a guy, I would love to have a girl sing that to me or say that to me.
Oh, of course,
Yeah, I mean,
especially if they're dressed like Jessica Rabbit. Oh, wait. We're on the air, aren't we? Oh, man.
Talking about Grease, man. Olivia Newton-John. You're in the wrong movie.
Yeah, you are.
I like to cross the streams. What can I say?
Uh-oh. Still living dangerously now.
Yeah.
I too like to live dangerously.
Yeah. Sometimes when we touch is a little bit cheesy too, but you know, he's got a nice voice. So
well, the thing is there's a significant lack of like Kraft mac and cheese level cheese.
Yeah, it's not as bad like we've gotten in some years. So
yeah, like 1976. Oh my
god. Yeah, sadly my birth year, but
good fun.
All right, so a couple interesting nuggets here, and I agree with a lot of all you guys said. Do you know who sang background in Magnet and Steel? You know that ooh. Guess who?
That
who did
was
that?
Yeah, that's that lady from Fleetwood Mac. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Stevie
Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham saying background.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never really. I guess I don't listen to that song enough. It's probably one of those that I turn. So
yeah,
cool.
They help produce that. So that, that's the thing about Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks is they would help out with other artists and help produce and help record stuff, which something that goes unnoticed. I love Dust in the Wind. It was taken from some biblical passages. For dust thou art, unto dust thou shalt return, which is the King James version of the Genesis verse 3:19, and Ecclesiastics 3:20. All go to one place. All are from the dust, and to dust all return. So part of that inspiration is from that, which I thought was interesting. I love the violin on that one as well. Heather mentioned it, but yeah.
I like that song whenever I go back in time and philosophize with Socrates.
Yeah, exactly.
just throwing that out there.
Yes. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Great. It might get mentioned sometime this week too. I think Rod Stewart's Ear in My Heart is okay. I think his voice got less raspy as he got into the late 70s and early 80s. And I think this is an example of that. I thought it was a good song, but I don't think it's his best, but I think it's a good one. I love Foreigner's Hot Blooded. It's an interesting one because Lou Gramm was there and Mick was working on a riff and he had the riff for Hot Blooded, and that's how it started. It's like, hey, what's that riff? And then he just kind of started to make up that song on the spot, which I thought was really great. I agree with you guys on Last Dance by Donna Summer. I think it's a fantastic song because you have kind of a soulful beginning and then it gets into an upbeat song, and Let's Dance. It's a positive upbeat song. I thought it's really, really, really good. And then Take a Chance on Me is really great by ABBA. You've got a couple others on here. Hopelessly Devoted to You. Yeah, I agree. Is better in Grease. Jack and Jill is okay. Sometimes When We Touch, I agree. It's an interesting ballad. He's got a great voice, but you're right, it can get a little bit sappy. But you guys are right about the cheese. Roberta Fleck and Donny Hathaway, The Closer I Get to You. It's all right. It's probably at the bottom of these 10. So Perfect. All right, guys, let's talk about some of the interesting news that happened in 1978. My goodness, what happened when Elton John didn't wear his glasses? And how did we freak out about that? So, Agent Pepsi 1, you want to take it away with a January to March, all the way through March?
Yeah, absolutely. On the 14th of January, you had the Sex Pistols did their final show, and thank God, because I'm not a fan. They're just forgettable. They are so forgettable. They are absolutely forgettable. Okay. On the 16th of January, you had the great Elton John. He appeared on this week's People magazine. Without his trademark glasses, John still wears glasses occasionally for the next 10 years until wearing them permanently again. And on the 17th, you had Simple Minds make their first live performance in Glasgow, Satellite City. Simple Minds, by the way, are a great band. 21st of January, Saturday Night Fever become the cultural phenomenon. Yes, I agree. Again, the soundtrack is better than the movie. Although I have to admit, John Travolta was kind of hot. When he was dead.
He was super hot in that movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's like his peak hotness for John Travolta in Grease, yeah.
In Grease or Saturday Night Fever?
Well, both. But,
You guys don't know what it's like to get those dreadlocks and become an alien warrior where everything is filmed in a Dutch angle. You should be ashamed.
Wow.
Planet Earth. Kind of went downhill afterwards, but okay. And then on the 23rd, you had Terry Keith, the guitarist and founding member of the rock band Chicago, dies from an accidental gunshot wound in the head.
Oh.
Folks, as a former Army person, I will tell you, make sure, if you're handling firearms, point them away from you and treat them like they're loaded all the time.
Well, do you want some background on that real quick? And we can chime in as these are going on.
Okay.
So he thought the gun wasn't loaded, and he was pretending to play Russian roulette because The Deer Hunter was a movie that was popular. And, Terry Kath, and he accidentally shot himself because of that. He was doing that, and he was drunk, apparently. It's very sad. And honestly, I think Terry Kath was one of the greatest musicians of all time. He's very underrated as a guitarist, and I don't think people appreciate him enough. He was fantastic. And folks, if you get a chance, go back and look for the live version of 25 or 6 to 4 by Chicago. Live performance, and the way that he goes off on the guitar is phenomenal. Jimi Hendrix, as they were coming up, I think said some great things about Terry Kath, that he was one of the greatest guitar players he ever saw. So, but yeah, that's what happened with Terry Kath, and it's just awful. Chicago was able to regroup from that and still had a couple of good albums, but I think they lost some of their guitar edge when he died. So.
Yeah, they were amazing in the 70s. What a great band. On the 25th of January, you had Electric Light Orchestra kick off their Out of the Blue World Tour in Honolulu. You had Bob Dylan make his directorial debut in the surrealist film Leonardo and Clara. Shot during the Rolling Thunder Review Tour. And on the 26th, you had workers at EMI. Record processing in England refused to press copies of the Buzzcocks' second single, What Do I Get, because of its flip side of shit.
Oh, please.
How times have changed. On the 28th, by request, Ted Nugent autographs his name on a fan's arm with a Bowie knife. Okay. That's just insane. Okay, that is insane. That's
That's worse than a tattoo. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen people get it tattooed on there, but wow. Like,
Mhm.
have them sign it with a pen, and then they tattoo the signature, but man, a Bowie knife, wow.
Yep.
Yikes.
That's a little out there. On the 4th of February, we had Elton John again appeared as a guest star in the Muppet Show. I've seen that episode, by the way. It's really good. On the 10th of February, he had Van Halen do the self-titled album. Eddie Van Halen. So this is good. He introduces us to the new talent and techniques to the world. David Lee Roth is ushered in as the front man on the 23rd, the 20th annual Grammy Awards. And folks, they were better than they are today. And they were hosted by John Denver, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, wins Album of the Year. The Eagles, Hotel California, wins Record of the Year. And in a rare tie, I'm not reading Barbra Streisand. That's terrible. I mean, that's forgettable.
Like Babs, huh?
I mean, you have to be for you. I mean, this is just insane. Debbie Boone, you light up on. Okay, on the 11th, we're gonna have Kate Bush tops the UK singles chart with "Wuthering Heights," becomes the first ever female artist to top the chart with a self-penned song on the 18th of March. Jazz California Jam held at the Ontario Motor Speedway in Wasn't that the same? No, that was Altamont, the other one.
Yeah.
With Ted Nugent, Aerosmith. Oh my God.
Santana, Dave Mason, Foreigner Heart.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people, Foreigner Heart. We're not going to talk about the Eurovision contest.
Amazing show.
That'd be awesome. Great. Yeah.
God.
Hey, real quick before Tony takes us through the rest of these, any thoughts on these? I wanted to mention something about ELO real quick.
Just that's an amazing group, man. The concert, wow.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh! Like California Jam. Yeah. I mean, Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, Santana, Dave Mason, Foreigner, and Heart, all in their prime 70s.
Yeah. And Van Halen. I mean, epic first album. Eddie Van Halen, another fantastic guitar player.
Well, even when they were doing cover songs, they were awesome. I mean, my goodness, Eddie Van Halen is just incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, say what you want about David Lee Roth, he's a heck of a showman.
Oh, he's a
of course.
He really is. He's a great showman. Sings better than probably he gets credit for. He doesn't really have one of those voices that you can, you consider like a great voice, like belt it out, but it's good for what he's doing, right? For the showmanship and the expressiveness, what he's doing with it fits the songs that they do.
I mean, I do have to say that, I mean, 1984 is my favorite Van Halen. Oh my God, I can't speak. Van Halen album. But 5150, I like the singing of Sammy Hagar better.
I love 5150.
I mean, it's just
awesome
better. He's a better singer. It's just a different band. It's a different feel with David Lee Roth. I consider him two different bands because the feel of the music is so different. And I love their stuff. I mean, I feel like they were a heavier, harder edge as far as the guitar was versus more pop that they got.
Yeah, but the odd thing is if you listen to Sammy Hagar's solo work, I mean, it is really heavy.
Yeah.
It is really heavy. And I mean, it's like a dichotomy there.
I think part of it's Eddie, right? He got more into a little bit different kind of music, more keyboard and different type of songs. Where he was super heavy with the guitar when Van Halen first came out. Incredible riffs. Like the riffs on this album are amazing.
I was going to say that, Eddie wanted to go more Sith, and with Sammy, who could play the guitar, not as well as Eddie, but could still hold his own. He got to switch to do more synth, and so that's the change you hear in a lot of their music. But I was going to talk about ELO. One of their best albums, I think, is Out of the Blue.
Yeah,
amazing album. And the cool thing about it, you see it right here on the slides right here. This is a picture of their stage, and so their stage was a spaceship. They had the spaceship opening up above, And so the way they would introduce themselves, it'd be a spaceship, and then it would open up and it would show the band.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most unique set designs out of any performers or any band at the time, because they had an elaborate electronic show to go along with their music.
Yeah.
And that's what made ELO so successful. Is not only Jeff Lynne, and my goodness, Jeff Lynne is one of the greatest artists of all time.
We could dedicate an entire show to Jeff.
Absolutely. And having been fifth row and seen him live, it was awesome. So I could talk about Jeff Lynne and ELO for a while, but I wanted to mention that Out of the Blue was the tour here and how they did their concerts. It was just awesome. And then I have to admit that the Muppet Show was a cultural phenomenon at that point. I mean, it lasted for like 4 or 5 years and always had some of the biggest stars coming on it. I don't know if you guys watched it as a kid. I know I did. Heather, did you watch the Muppet Show as a kid?
Yeah, I did watch the Muppet Show as a kid. I don't really remember the celebrity spots so much. I mean, I remember like all the different Muppet skits, but I don't know. For some reason, I must have just, when I was a little kid, not cared about the celebrity guests. I don't know, because they just don't stick in my mind that you know when they've been on. I don't know what it is.
Well, you had Sylvester Stallone and Rocky, and then you had Elton John. I remember when he brought Mark Hamill, and you had Chewbacca and C-3PO and R2-D2.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher was on there.
Coked out Carrie Fisher.
Yes. Yeah. Harrison Ford wasn't on there, but yeah. But folks, if you get a chance to watch reruns of the old Muppet Show, I highly recommend it too. So,
you know, I mean, the best thing about the Muppet Show were those two guys that heckled.
Yes.
Statler
Oh my
Waldorf.
God, I love that. I love that.
My favorite part of the show, the ending.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but you know the really funny part is I actually didn't get that until I was like a teenager and watching the rerun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Love
was
the
like
critics.
14 or 15, and then I go, "Oh my God, that's like amazing!"
Yep. Crazy stuff.
Great writing, great skits for just the Muppets without the guests.
Big sad space.
Yes, that was always fun.
Yeah, or the Swedish chef doing popcorn. That
Oh,
was
yes.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Stark, take it away with April through June.
April through June, ladies and gentlemen, your weekly wrap-up of the news. This just in, coming hot as soon as this document will load, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming in off the ticker tape, we're going to go ahead and start with Nugent, Aerosmith, Santana, Dave Mason, Foreigner, Heart, and more on April 22nd. In the Eurovision Song Contest in Paris, France, victory goes to Israel's Intimacy, A-B-A, Ni B, performed by Izar Cohen and the Alphabeta. The One Love Peace concert is held in Kingston, Jamaica, headlined by Bob Marley, making his first concert appearance since December 1976. Steve Martin performs the original King Tut on Saturday Night Live. Also, this night, the Blues Brothers makes their first appearance on said show. On May 6th, The Knack is formed. First album was released in 1979. May 13th, Barry Gibb becomes the only songwriter in history to have written 4 consecutive #1 singles on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart. May 18th, The Buddy Holly Story, starring Gary Busey, not to be confused with the other Busey, is released. It would win the Academy Award, the Best Music, Original Song Score, and its adaptation. Wow, what a way to split your pages, Rob. Or Best Adaptation Score is to earn a nomination for the Best Actor in a Leading Role, Busey, and Best Sound. May 13, Grieg Hall, Grieghallen, is inaugurated in Bergen, Norway, Jordi Norri, as a concert venue. In May 25th, in the performance used for The Kids Are All Right, The Who played their last show with Keith Moon. June 7th, Prince's debut single, Soft and Wet, is released by Warner Brothers Records. On the 10th, the Rolling Stones begin their 25-date U.S. summer tour in Lakeland, Florida. Florida Man started there. June 13th, the Cramps, a free concert for patients at the Napa State Mental Hospital. On the 16th, following, the film adaptation for the musical Grease opens in theaters and becomes, what's that, Agent Pepsi 1? Oh, right, a box office hit. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat how that works out, Agent Pepsi 1?
Yeah, but doesn't mean they have taste, though. That's just it. Just like you.
On June 20th, Grace Slick splits with Jefferson Starship, and therefore, the day after a disastrous concert in Hamburg, Germany, in which a heavily intoxicated Slick verbally abused the crowd and groped various fans and bandmates. Ooh la la! On June 29th, Peter Frampton is nearly killed in a car accident in the Bahamas, suffering multiple broken bones, a concussion, and muscle damage, and, of course, a dent to his band schedule. And that is going to wrap us up all the way through to July, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to this segment of A Recap in the News.
All right, so guys, what do you guys think about the news from April to June?
I'd forgotten about that Buddy Holly movie. I really like that. The Gary.
Oh
Busey
yeah, Gary
Holly
Busey was
movie.
an
Yeah,
Oscar
that's
winner
good.
too. I mean, he did great.
Because talking about Saturday Night Fever and Grease. I mean, that was a really good movie too. The Buddy Holly movie. I like that one.
Yeah, I
He
mean, that I like.
sang all the hits in that
Yeah.
song. He actually sang. Gary Busey took time to train and learn Buddy Holly. really
Wow.
well.
Impressive. Yeah. Good stuff.
By the way, the Saturday Night Live, I think King Tut, if you guys haven't seen that video,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, because they
So-
just discovered his remains and it was touring the United States, and so it was very popular at the time. And that song is hilarious by Steve Martin. And then the Blues Brothers, and I think it was mentioned in here. I think it was Soul Man was their first song that they ever did on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Which I love that. The old Saturday Night Live is great.
Way better than what's out there today. Man, Steve Martin was so funny.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
Different kind of guy.
Yeah. Any other comments with Tony or Agent Pepsi 1?
I just did a newsworthy podcast on it. Do we really review this?
Oh, Trubby says it was Hey Bartender was their first song. Right.
I'm being cute. Don't mind
Yeah.
me.
So, all right. Yeah, I think it was interesting that Prince, this is Prince's solo album too. So,
It is his solo album.
yeah,
Soft.
His first album, yeah.
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 So.
His old music, a lot of it was even more risque than his later stuff.
Well, the man
Yeah.
was let's
His
just say
early
the man had a vision
Oh yes.
to be a sex icon and to be androgynous to boot.
Yeah. Do you know what instrument he originally played when he was growing up?
Nani?
First, I mean, he plays all kinds of instruments.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't he play like 8 or 9 of them?
Piano.
like-
What did
he's
he
like-
play as a kid in the band?
As a kid, I don't know.
That's a wee lad.
Okay. You ready? The
Yeah.
clarinet.
He started on the clarinet.
Interesting.
No wonder he wanted to have that fruity look. Okay, makes perfect sense now. Like, holy, God rest your soul. You're a great man. You're a great musician, great visionary. But that thing you're doing with the guitar on the stage making you look kind of fruity. Just saying. But you know.
And here I thought it was the high heels.
No, it's when he was humping his guitar. Okay.
You know, I used to play basketball in those things. Somebody had commented that he was backstage with Prince before his concert when he like hours before the concert, and Prince said, "Hey, let's go shoot some baskets." And Prince was in those high-heeled boots and played basketball against somebody, like horse or pig or whatever, but like was shooting in those shoes. I was just like, what?
Well, high heels, and they had platforms like this too, right on the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was so little, he wore those all the time. Though he's probably used to it, right? Because I think that's what he always wore. I don't think he ever wore flat shoes.
Yeah.
He said he was like 5'2" or something. So I mean,
yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, coming up in our next set of 10, classic rock anthem, a classic sock rock hit, and a song we're going to feature on an album coming up. Okay, so we're at 30 through 21, and we will start this out with me getting to the right slide here. Okay, 30 through 21. We start with the classic Meat Loaf hit, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got 29, Dance With Me by Peter Brown, not to be confused with the song by Orleans. Then we've got Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams, Too Much, Too Little, Too Late. Barry Manilow with one of his classic ballads, Can't Smile Without You. Jerry Rafferty gives us the classic saxophone solo hit, which just is an amazing one, Baker Street. Finally, we got the rock anthem that we all love, and it's just played to death at stadiums. We Will Rock You / We Are the Champions by Queen, which, according to Freddie Mercury's will, they're played back to back. Bonnie Taylor gives us the heart-wrenching It's a Heartache. Sweet has an interesting one that hits the charts with Love Is Like Oxygen. I don't know if that's true. Tell me yes or no. Nick Glider gives us Hot Child in the City at 22. And number 21, the trumpet solo of all the time. And
yes,
we lost this guy, Chuck Mangione, Feels So Good. Wait
a minute. Isn't he just supposed to be dark reading? What the hell?
Yep. Brought to life on King of the Hill. Yep.
I'll tell you what.
So, Agent Pepsi One, what do you think of these songs?
Yeah, well, I mean, I will tell you this. 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad is my favorite song off of Bad Out of Hell. It is so amazing. It should be way higher than 30. Wow, I mean, it's just great. I mean, then you have Baker Street. Oh my God. Oh, Baker Street. I love that song. I love the saxophones on it. It is just, I think the late 70s. I mean, this is what I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had a Queen anthem. We Are the Champions, and We Will Rock You. I mean, truth be told, I am not a big fan of We Will Rock You. It's okay, but We Are the Champions, I think it's one of the most insightful, inspiring songs ever. It is just, I mean, it's about not failing the glare of worldwide audiences is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
When Freddie Mercury sings about, that he's standing in front of all mankind. I mean, this is just, it is just insanely moving. Bonnie Tyler, It's a Heartache. I love Bonnie Tyler's voice. And that song is just, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. I love it like oxygen. What can I say? It's true. And,
really? You think
it's true. Love is like oxygen. And hate is even more like oxygen. But
being a Sith, right? Secret Sith.
Yes.
The hate
so secret, by the way. I never knew. I never would have guessed.
Just remember, hate leads to anger, and anger leads to
anger leads to hate. Yes.
Yes, all the good things in the world. Hot Child in the City. I love that song. Not as much as It's a Heartache. Not as much as We Are the Champions. Baker Street, and certainly not as much as 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad, but it's a great song. Feels so good. I mean, I can listen to it. But, I think it's not the strongest out of these 10, but it's still a very good song. So that is my overview of these 10.
Yeah. All right, Tony. You didn't get to buzz, but you can comment.
I tell you. How many more times can I really do this before it gets dusty? I tell you what, this is a pretty nice, tertiary part of the list. I love Chuck Mangione. I love Feels So Good. I love that kind of sound. You get trumpets in anything, and I'm there. I'm actually another one of my guilty pleasures as far as music, and you guys can totally buzz me on this. Just simply say the word. I like ska. I like Streetlight Manifesto. I like the Boss Tones. I like that, as some people would call the white man's reggae. So I mean, I just like music in general. Love Is Like Oxygen is also a really, really good song that doesn't get a lot of praise when it should. Obviously, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yes. I love Meat Loaf and everything he does. Meat Loaf is one of my musical muses. Now I have comedic muses like Robin Williams and Danny McBride and people like that. But when it comes to musical muses, whenever I perform, Meat Loaf is one of those personalities that I try to venerate and channel whenever I'm singing. So yes, anything that came off that album and the subsequent Bad Out of Hell 2 and 3, anything Meat Loaf did, I was there for. I was absolutely there for. And of course, Can't Smile Without You by Barry Manilow. Love Barry Manilow to death. This is just very pleasant. Normally,
Yes,
normally at this point, we're bitching and moaning. We're going, my God, why is the good songs on the bottom of the list?
Yeah, hey, Tony, the good songs are actually on the bottom of the list again. We have so many good songs in 1978.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is pleasant. I like to say that this is an easy day. This is an easy day.
Yeah.
Heather,
you want to bring a wrecking ball into this, or you want to agree with Stark?
Well, I'm kind of agreeing it with everybody else here. It's kind of strange, but
I know, isn't that wild? Wow, wowie, zowie.
My top, I think this group is good. Most of it. My top, though, I mean, definitely Baker Street. The storytelling in that is just fantastic. The sax, that Agent Pepsi 1 brought up. But how about the drums on the verses? It's like the little and the rhythm in that.
Oh my God,
so unique. Oh my God, and like that break. Like the break at the end, instead of being in the middle, it's at the end, and you think there's like a build up there. You think it's going back to the sax line, and instead you get this killer guitar solo. And the song is just like everything in it is fantastic. We Will Rock You. Part of it is it just that with We Are the Champions, so overplayed, but it's so iconic. Great, just stadium anthem. It's a Heartache. Yeah, beautiful song, Bonnie Tyler. Her voice is really scratchy on this one, and much scratchier than in the 80s, even though she always has that kind of that gravelly voice. But I guess she had a procedure to remove nodules from her vocal cords, like right before this was recorded, which makes it makes it even scratchier than what her voice normally was, which is interesting. Great, cool, simple guitar though that goes along with that, which makes it easy to focus on the lyrics. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, just fantastic. I love Meat Loaf, just like you guys. Always great lyrics. Jim Steinman's compositions, right, are incredible. And then you get Meat Loaf's incredible voice and vocal performance, but the piano, the way the songs are constructed. I think someone in the chat was saying, like, why didn't it chart? It did end up being one of the
talk about it.
biggest ones, right? But the songs are so long, right? And we don't want to get into it a ton now, but the songs are so long that they just not, really radio friendly. But this one, I think, was more. It's shorter. It's got a more concise kind of a pop song structure. I think you get that here, right? It's easier for radio play. The 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but I mean, 2 out of 3 is still like 6 minutes long. That out of Hell was like 10 minutes, but
7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of them are, but yeah, we'll get into more of it later. But great, it's a little more straightforward song. The rest are good. I don't think again, I don't hate anything. Dance With Me is probably a little bit boring. I don't that. But Barry's good, not his best song, but still a good song. Hot Child in the City. A lot of these. Love Is Like Oxygen. I like it. I just like their more kind of upbeat, heavier guitar songs better from Sweet. But Still a good song. I mean, a lot of these are just that's another solid group of 10.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad is a great song. We're gonna talk more about it and get more in depth, and we will tell you a lot more about this album and why it didn't chart in the U.S. as much. Too Much, Too Little, Too Late was actually a comeback for Johnny Mathis. Johnny Mathis had not been on the charts since the 60s. And this was his comeback with Denise Williams. And I think it's actually a pretty, really pretty song. Barry Manilow, Can't Smile Without You. I agree. It's not his best song, but it's one of his more popular ones. Baker Street is interesting because it was Gary Rafferty's really his coming into his own. Do you know what group he sang with before? Do you know who he was with before he went out solo?
The Starlight Vocal Band.
No.
God, Steelers Wheel. Yeah. Yep. Stuck in the Middle with You fame. That's Gary Rafferty. And so there was a session musician that did the saxophone, and it's just amazing. And I agree with you, Heather. There's the drums on there that gets overlooked sometimes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. I've heard the rumor that always has to be back to back due to Freddie Mercury's will. He always wanted that. Those songs to be played like that. We Are the Champions is probably my favorite Queen song, but I will admit both are overplayed on rock radio, classic rock radio today. However, my introduction to Queen was both of these songs. So I will give it credit. I was introduced to them long before Wayne's World with these two songs. I liked it. Bonnie Taylor, I think of her as almost the female version of Rod Stewart with her raspy voice. She doesn't agree. Asia Pepsi one didn't agree, but I do like It's a Heartache. I think it's a good song. Love Is Like Oxygen is okay. Hot Child in the City is good. I do love Chuck Mangione with Feels So Good. I thought that was great to hear from that. And you hear some of this in some of Chicago's music where they had the horn section. Obviously, you had Tower of Power backing up different artists back then. You also had Billy Joel, 52nd Street was getting released around 78 as well. And he featured some horns in a few of his songs on that jazzier album. So,
I do have something to say about that. For me, the analog to Bonnie Tyler would be Meat Loaf, because both Bonnie Tyler and Meat Loaf did a lot of Jim Steinman songs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's oh my God, it just completely escaped me right now. Is that song from '83 she did, Total Eclipse of the Heart? That is Jim Steinman. Faster Than the Speed of Night. That's Jim Steinman. Yeah. And
Jim is awesome.
Yeah, and the videos for that. Okay, Faster Than the Speed of Night. I mean, that video, it's unique. That's all I have to say. If you've ever seen that video, it is unique. That's it is unique. My husband, for example, he goes, "Oh my God, only a woman could have authorized this video." I said, "What do you mean?" I mean, it's where that guy twirls the guitar around. I said, "Yeah, I can see that." The guy twirling is actually kind of hot, in a way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the knights on the motorcycles doing the jousting. I mean, that is just beyond. I mean, I love stuff like that. There was a movie from 1981 called, what was it called? It was called Night Riders. They did exactly the same thing. I mean, it was it was great.
Wasn't there like a movie with Rutger Hauer where they did something like that? I can't remember.
Night Riders, and Rutger Hauer, and oh my God, the guy that played on Westworld, and he played on that astronaut movie from the early '80s. I can't remember the man's name right now. He was in it.
Oh wow. So
yeah, The Right Stuff. He was in The Right Stuff. That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't remember who you're talking about, but interesting stuff. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, hey, let's talk about the Texas Jam, a unique 80s band was formed during this time. The Who lost a key member and some other stuff in the news coming up. All right, let's flip the slide and let's go over the news from July to September of 1978. So July 1st, the first Texas Jam. Yes, that's right. The Texas Jam held over July 4th weekend at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas featured Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, Frank Marino, and the Mahogany Rush, Heart, Journey, Head East, Atlanta Rhythm Section, Eddie Money, Van Halen, and Walter Egan. Sunday consists of the Willie Nelson headlining the 6th annual 4th of July picnic, which is a Texas staple that Willie Nelson did every year. Such an awesome party. So that was a huge Dallas party that year. July 15th, the picnic at Blackbush Aerodrome, Camberley, Surrey, England, a concert featuring Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, and Joan Armstrong attracts 200,000 people. Wow, that's pretty cool. July 19th, Dead Kennedys play their first concert at Mahogany Gardens in San Francisco. July 21st, wow, this movie bombed like you wouldn't believe. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yes, to take off on the Beatles album. A much-hyped musical starring Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees performing the music of the Beatles opens in theaters. The film is savaged by critics and provides a box office disappointment, and it nearly ruined Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees' careers from that. Glenn Goins, one of the lead vocalists for the band Philharmonic Funkadelic, dies of Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age of 24. Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's awful.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, awful. July 30th, Thin Lizzy officially announces Gary Moore has replaced Brian Robertson on guitar. August 26th, 80,000 concert goers attend Mosport Speedway in Ontario for the Canada Jam Festival, featuring sets by the Doobie Brothers, Commodores, Kansas, Village People, Dave Mason, and the Atlanta Rhythm Section, and finally Triumph. So interesting that the Atlanta Rhythm Section is just all over the place here. Sad news, folks. September 7th of 1978, The Who drummer Keith Moon dies in his central London flat after a prescription drug overdose at the age of 32. Yikes.
Yeah.
And then rounding out September, this is unique and interesting, and I wish we knew more about this. Guess where the Grateful Dead perform? They perform 3 shows in Giza, Egypt, very close to the Sphinx and the Great Pyramid.
Now, right? Like, I don't think they could get a permit for that now, or that it.
I don't think so either. That wow.
I mean, that's pretty wild. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently there's a picture of the concert venue right there. So, pretty cool.
Wow.
But anything about July through September of 78? It's sad about Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see that Canada Jam Festival. That sounded like an amazing lineup. But the first thing that went through my head, oh my God, it's February. I was thinking they might have had it in February. that would not have been that amazing a lineup outside in February. And say like, like northern Canada someplace.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Canada in August would be fine, perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, think about this: the Doobie Brothers, the Commodores, Kansas, Village People, Dave Mason, Atlanta Rhythm Section, and Triumph. Talk about a plethora of different music styles.
Yeah, diverse, which was pretty cool back then, right? You had all kinds of genres that you could get together, and things weren't so siloed, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
People are still performing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the Casino tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Nice. Yeah. Keith Moon's one of those rock guys, again, lost too young, drugs and alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Sad how many we've lost with that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's just, it's just really sad. I mean, golly, but of all people to play the pyramids in Giza, I mean, I wouldn't think it would be the Grateful Dead. But
well, I don't know.
Right.
Man, rise King Tut from his tomb up there, and you know, it might be good.
So, but yeah, Egyptology was just big because they were finding all kinds of mummies and King Tut.
Interesting.
Awesome. Yeah, have you guys ever seen, when it came back around later on, either Ramses or King Tut? Did you guys ever go to a museum to see those?
I never saw those two. I've seen Egypt stuff, but not them.
I've been to the Museum Island in Berlin. That was very interesting. Where they have, like the bust of Nefertiti.
Oh, really?
Cool. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, I don't know if you heard that. It was just before Christmas. I want to say it was November. They found a new tomb in Egypt. I mean, they found a tomb in Egypt. Actually, not new, but it was, it was newly discovered. So, in the Valley of the King. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so last summer I got to go to Europe and to London as part of my European tour, and the Museum of London has all these mummies and a whole bunch of Egyptology stuff. It was just fascinating. It was really cool. So I got to see a lot of stuff. But when I was a kid, we had Ramses come through, and I remember going to that in Dallas, and we got to see all the artifacts they found in Ramses' tomb. So that was kind of cool too. So.
Yeah, but Ron, you didn't go to the proper, the proper part there in London. It was London Dungeons. That's where you should have went to, Rob. London Dungeons. That is it's more like a show thing, but
okay. I was gonna say, am I getting into risque things here at Asian Pepsi?
You're leading him astray,
Yeah, I was like, what are you trying to do here? I mean,
somebody has to. So
yeah, I'm sorry, Agent Pepsi. When I'm not into some of that stuff, I mean,
oh, come on now.
All right. Heather, do you want to take it away for October through December for 78?
All right, here we go. October 12th, Nancy Spungen, the American girlfriend of Sex Pistols bassist Sid Vicious, is found dead in a New York hotel room of a stab wound. Sid is arrested and charged with her murder. Who knows what he was all the drugs that they did, probably was imagining she was someone else. I don't know. Have you ever watched that movie, Sid and Nancy? I'm not into the Sex Pistols, so I don't know 100% what happened there. Okay, October 21st, founder members John Taylor and Nick Rhodes, both smoking hotties, named their newly formed band Duran Duran after the character Dr. Duran Duran from the sci-fi film Barbarella, the day after the film had been broadcast on BBC One. Super cool name, too.
Barbarella.
Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards pleads guilty to a reduced charge of possessing heroin in Toronto in 1977. The more serious charge of drug trafficking is dropped, and Richards is given a 1-year suspended sentence, as well as ordered to play a charity concert for the blind. Well, yeah, because he wasn't trafficking. That was all for him. That's his stash, man. Come on.
Oh, gosh.
October 29th, Michael Schenker plays his final show with UFO in Stanford, California, before leaving the group to rejoin the Scorpions. Awesome. November, Iron Maiden hires lead singer Paul Di'Anno. November 21st, French pop star Dalida performs a concert at New York's Carnegie Hall. November 25th, a now sober Alice Cooper releases the album From the Inside, which tells of his stay in rehab for alcoholism. Aerosmith cuts a concert short after Steven Tyler suffers cuts to his face from a bottle that shatters upon hitting a stage monitor. Wow. Donna Summer becomes the first female artist of modern rock era to have the #1 single, MacArthur Park, and album Live and More on Billboard charts simultaneously. November 27th, Def Leppard's permanent drummer Rick Allen joins the band at the age of 15.
With 2 arms.
Yeah, with him when he still had 2 arms. December, a Soviet orchestral conductor defects to the Netherlands while on tour there. December 2nd, the 7th OTI festival held at the Municipal Theater in Santiago, Chile, is won by the song El Amor Cosa Tan Rara, written and performed by Denise de Calafe, representing Brazil. December 31st, Matthias Jabs joins the Scorpions, replacing Uli von Jan Roth. The 7th annual New Year's Rockin' Eve special airs on ABC with performances by Barry Manilow, Village People, Chuck Mangione, Tanya Tucker, and Rick James. Rick James, man.
Rick James!
Wow.
Rick James!
On that. CBS airs New Year's Eve with Guy Lombardo for the final time, nearly 2 years after the band leader's death and ending a 22-year run that began in 1956. The Winterland Ballroom venue in San Francisco closes with the New Year's Eve performance by the Grateful Dead, New Riders of the Purple Sage, and the Blues Brothers. Iron Maiden records a demo consisting of 4 songs at Spaceword Studios in Cambridge, which would eventually become the Soundhouse tapes. All right.
And then any thoughts on these folks that you want to talk about?
Cold-blooded!
I knew Stark would want to mention Iron Maiden.
And also Iron Maiden, yes. But yes. I tell you what, I found this AI transitional with all of the album covers.
Oh, wow.
That
Cool.
I shared with Heather L. and Wes Cagle with the Iron Maiden album covers. It was really cool. I was like,
awesome.
Yeah, that was rad. That was pretty rad.
So well done.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I mean,
go ahead.
I do want to say something though. UFO was a great band.
Mm-hmm.
Their albums are so difficult to find now, especially the CD releases. They're like impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So
you would think that their albums would be out there in space somewhere.
yeah, they probably are.
No, I thought it was interesting that little note about Duran Duran forming their band and calling it after Barbarella. Yes. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, super cool.
But cool.
Barbarella has to be one of the stupidest movies of all time.
Honestly, I actually will agree with you on that one. I saw it once and didn't get it. There was only really one reason to watch that movie, and we're not going to go there. But yeah, that was weird.
The reason to watch Barbarella is when they were worshiping Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson. Harley.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that movie was so incredibly stupid. Oh Jesus.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Yeah. Also, that year, Kenny Rogers had a big hit with The Gambler, and he went on to star in no less than 5 movies based on the song, which I thought was really interesting. Heather, do you have any albums that you want to talk about that were significant of that year?
Let me see. I did put some down here.
I know you usually want to mention them during this time. So
yeah, so some of them we've hit on, and I mean, just a ton of great albums introduced this year. So just try to run through a few. Obviously, Van Halen's debut album, Van Halen. Rush, Hemispheres, The Cars, their self-titled debut, Styx, Pieces of 8. Toto's self-titled debut as well. Queen's Jazz, Bruce Springsteen's Darkness on the Edge of Town, Rainbows, Long Live Rock and Roll.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. The Rolling Stones, Some Girls, Blondie, Parallel Lines, Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, Genesis, and then there were 3, Boston, Don't Look Back, AC/DC, Powerage, 52nd Street by Billy Joel, Foreigners, Double Vision, Bob Seger, Stranger in Town, the Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, The Who Are You, Hearts, Dog and Butterfly, Oh, and Boney M, which I thought was funny, Night Flight to Venus, which has Rasputin on it. It's hilarious.
Huh.
I mean, it's actually Night Flight to Venus, and then it's like a medley that goes into Rasputin.
Yes.
I mean, who comes up with this stuff? Who the hell comes up with this stuff? The late 70s. You know the late 70s.
Crazy mix. And also, oh, go ahead.
I have asked my sweetie about the late 70s, and he just looks at me and goes, "There's so little I remember." He said I was like 10. But he said I do remember the music though.
Yeah. My mom had that Boney M album on an album, which is why I kind of think it's funny.
Oh my God.
And Son of a Sailor by Jimmy Buffett, which Son of a Sailor I think is my favorite.
Oh, great song, great album.
Yeah, I love that one. So I mean a ton of great.
Well, Boston released their second album as well.
Yeah.
So great.
Just so many. It's a great year for music.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite songs that's not on any of these lists is "Driver's Seat" by Sniffin' the Tears. And they released that in '78 as well. So,
yeah, I didn't realize, Rob, that The Gambler was released this year. I love that song.
Oh yeah, it's great. And the other thing about this in the late '70s, the late '70s, we had this, and we're talking about it, like this combining music, and you've got a lot of country crossovers that started in the late '70s. You also had, the disco. You had everything else. I mean, it was just a mix of all kinds of music. I mean, it just got crazy, and it just was interesting. So, yeah, Kenny Rogers' Gambler. Anything else about albums?
Oh, that's it for me.
Okay, all right. So, hey, let's get into some ballads coming up in the next set of 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so songs 20 through 11. Kicking off with 20, Dance, 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 Yowza, Yowza, Yowza by Chic. Yeah, Yvonne Elliman comes in at 19 with If I Can't Have You. Paul McCartney and Wings lap their way into the number 18 spot with a little luck. I guess they did have a little luck with that one. Billy Joel has his classic ballad from the Stranger album, which is a fantastic album. Just the Way You Are. The Rolling Stones go disco with Miss You. Eric Clapton has one of his classic guitar songs and just a very classic beat song called Lay Down Sally. Samantha Sang gets with the Bee Gees and sings Emotion. It's Taking Me Over. Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta combined with a hit song from the Grease album, You're the One That I Want. Paul Davis has one of his three popular songs here, his three most popular songs with I Go Crazy, another ballad. And then Frankie Valli rounds out this with another Grease hit, Grease. I mean, it's the word. So, yeah. Heather, do you want the first word out of these 10?
Oh, sure, might as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean the Rolling. I love "Miss You." I don't think it sounds disco to me. I know there's a disco, like an extended dance version of the song, but the regular song doesn't sound disco at all. I guess Mick Jagger, he hung out at Studio 54 a lot, so maybe he was like a disco wannabe. But I mean, it's got a killer bass and drum group on it, and it is the beat to dance to, but it's got cool little guitar licks between the phrases. It's got such a bluesy feel to it. I mean, I wouldn't call it disco. I know that people say that, but
yeah.
Just the Way You Are is a really pretty song. Of Billy Joel, it's not my favorite, but it's a really good song. If I Can't Have You, I think it's a good. She's Yvonne Elliman. I don't know if she did anything else, but I think she's a good singer. The harmonies on there are pretty good. one of the few non-Bee Gees songs on that Saturday Night Fever album. I like it. Lay Down Sally, Eric Clapton, I think is super catchy. I love the country-ish sounding guitar. It's kind of outside of what he normally does, but pretty good song. Emotion, I like the part where the Bee Gees come in singing on the chorus, but the lady who's singing it, she just sounds kind of breathy to me. I don't like the way she sings the verses. Even the remake in the 90s was better, which I can't remember who that is. Beyonce or someone has a better voice. Yeah, You're the One That I Want is fun with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. I like the Grease soundtrack. Again, they're a little corny outside the movie, but it's a fun song. Grease, maybe one of the weaker songs on there. On that track. I don't know. I love Frankie Valli, but I don't know for some reason.
Yeah,
it's okay. With a Little Lux, Wings never has been my favorite. Paul McCartney solo is not my favorite.
Paul McCartney, yeah, separating. I agree.
Yeah. Dance. That is like a pure.
Oh my God, that's.
This is funny.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Wow, Pepsi,
that might be real.
Pepsi, we agree.
Pepsi, I think all four of us in our agreement on Dance.
Yes. The funny thing though is the yowza yowza yowza. I was like, what the hell is that? So I mean, then I looked at the song. Okay, so they wanted to introduce like just a catchphrase into the song that wasn't like part of them singing or performing it. And so it's actually from the movie They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Which is actually one that's on my list of movies to watch. It's about a Depression era dance marathon, which is it's pretty dark comedy. And there's a weird announcer in that movie that keeps saying yowza, yowza, yowza. So he sampled that for the Dance.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
Like, I really want to watch that movie, but I think it's funny that they sampled that for that song. It's pretty weird. It's kind of dark humor. Anyway, then I Go Crazy is okay. Not bad. It's just not my favorite. This might be more of a weaker bunch for me.
Oh, absolutely.
So wait a minute, Heather, real quick. So I Go Crazy, Cool Night, or 65 Love Affair? Which one's the best out of Paul Davis?
65 Love Affair.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I
agree. Okay, cool. All right. Agent Pepsi 1, you want to go next, and we'll find out if Tony rings the bell or the buzzer.
This is going to be really short for me because let me tell you these 10 songs in comparison to what you have, in comparison to 41 to 100 is the weakest bunch of songs up here by far.
Agreed. They absolutely Agent Pepsi 1, you're scaring me now. You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
I like Joel. I like some of his stuff. His albums were hit and miss. The Nylon Curtain from '82 is just incredible. Excuse me. I mean, here's the one that when he had Piano Man, that was great. Yeah, but this stuff is just. This is good. I mean, he's good here. The others. I mean, Eric Clapton. I like some of his stuff, but a lot of his stuff I can't get into. I mean, you had Layla in 1970, and then you had, Forever Man, which is, I think, its best song, in 85. But the stuff in between, hit and miss. Yeah, but I mean, he's never been one of my favorites. I much prefer, Richie Blackmore, but but some of the other stuff here, again, Frankie Valli. I like Frankie Valli in Four Seasons. I really do. But Grease.
Yeah.
It's a song of the time. It's a song of the time. Yeah, that's all I have to say about these. And I'm not even going to talk about Dance.
Yes, I'm not even mentioning that.
Watch that movie though. It's supposed to be. It's a kind of a classic.
For some reason, I'm just picturing, Clint Eastwood in Outlaw Josie Wales. Are you gonna pull those pistols or do disco?
When you mentioned that movie,
Yeah,
we're doing that next week.
Yeah, you want to come talk about it, Agent Pepsi One?
Yeah, probably not. I have to save my voice for my students.
But
I know what it's like to lose your voice. I've been working mine nonstop.
Yeah, I am literally hoarse every day I come home from work. I am literally hoarse.
Ugh, that sucks.
Yikes. All right, Stark, what's your take?
The one song that sticks out more than anything else in this entire list is Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. That is my thesis statement. Everything else is either mediocre, which is about 2, and I wish that I could get out of my brain if I hear them, which is the other 7. So I think that about covers it. I love the Grease songs on here, obviously, because I love Grease, and I love Lay Down Sally. But Lay Down Sally's like the drop off. There's a drop off after that. I mean, some of these are just like I've heard them. They've gotten repetitive, obviously, with Paul McCartney branching off and doing his own little Wings project. I don't like. It's not as good. I mean, it's not bad music. It's not bad music. It's just mediocre. It's nothing that stood out like he did when he was with the Beatles. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, now when it comes to Billy Joel, as a guy who loves the 88 Teeth, obviously big inspiration there. But that's my thoughts on it. And I told you I wasn't going to mention certain songs, even though by proxy I just did. Oh, well, hypocrisy. Here I come. That's all I got.
All right. So we're going to get into my Grease stories here real quick. So first off, the less we say about Dance, 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 the better. I do like If I Can't Have You. That's a good song. Honestly, with a little luck by Wings, I don't like Paul McCartney is hit or miss with me in his solo stuff. I love his Beatles stuff, but it's just a hit or miss. But I love Just the Way You Are from Billy Joel, and I'm going to argue for that song. I think that's a great song, but it's from the Stranger album, and the Stranger had some really good. I mean, this was his breakthrough album, and it's one of my favorite Billy Joel albums. It had Moving Out, Anthony's song, The Stranger, Just the Way You Are, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, which is his opus. It's one of his best songs. Vienna, which is such a pretty song that's so underrated. Only the Good Die Young, and She's Always a Woman. All on that album.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Rob. That She's Always a Woman to me is on that album right there.
It's on the Stranger album. Yeah, side 2, song 3.
I did not know that. That is such a beautiful song.
Yes. So you mean he has, obviously Vienna didn't chart, and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant wasn't a big hit, but they're so well known among Billy Joel fans. But like those 7 songs alone make up The Stranger, and you've got Get It Right the First Time and Everybody Has a Dream, which are okay songs, but the Stranger album is one of my favorite Billy Joel albums. He's got a lot of good ones. Like this was his start of like consecutive 4 or 5 albums that were just brilliant, including Glass Houses and Nylon Curtain. Then Innocent Man is one of my favorites as well. But I mean, just incredible stuff. So, I have to get the nod to Billy Joel for that song because I just really like it. It was one of the big hits of that. And his wife was big with saying that, hey, this song's going to be a hit. Put it on the album and release it. Miss You is great. I like that song. The beat on it is really good.
I mean, I've heard it too much. That's my biggest gripe. It's overplayed. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad song, but the mediocrity isn't because it's like a bad song. It's just this is the thing about music that a lot of people don't understand is it's a very subjective matter. It's why we get into these lovely little arguments that we get into.
Oh yeah.
For some of us, the mediocrity simply becomes due to the repetition. It does not discredit the song. by any means. But I mean, if I were to put Miss You in front of Just the Way You Are, I would play Just the Way You Are first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree on that. I like Lay Down Sally. I think Heather said it perfectly with the beats on it.
Lay Down
it's
Sally.
Agree with you guys on emotion. The less said, the better, because the Bee Gees make that song. Okay, now we're getting into Grease. So true story. So there was a girl that I kind of dated on and off. We both worked at the same place, and we kind of hung out a lot. And she always wanted to listen to the Grease album, and I bought the CD for her, and I put it in my truck. So every time we went somewhere, she wanted to listen to that album. So I know all the songs. I've watched the movie. I like the movie, but like I know all the songs like way too well, more than any guy should know. So this gets into both Grease and You're the One That I Want. So guess who gets called to do the guy part for every stupid Grease song when we do karaoke with groups? That would be me. Yes. Yes. So singing You're the One That I Want with, you know, yeah. So always getting called up to do that part with, which is not bad if she's a hot chick, but yeah, it's my favorite scene in Grease for obvious reasons. I mean, my goodness, Olivia Newton-John in that black leather. Oh my gosh.
Well, why does she wear
what
brown shoes?
went away just at the best part of what I was getting to talk about.
Oh, I need to go to the facilities, but I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Tell me why does she wear brown shoes with that black leather outfit? I never understood that. Like, did she lose the black shoes? I don't know. Looked, I'm like, why is she wearing brown shoes? It's always
I'm not looking at her shoes, if you know what I mean.
See, the men didn't notice, but mine was like right with the shoes. They don't wear.
I noticed. I noticed her shoes as well.
See,
the whole time I think of the shoes my mom had. She had these bright orange mules, like with stiletto heels, like 5 inches. And I'm going, those would go better with that outfit. Oh my god!
100%. And yes, Beauty School Dropout. Unfortunately, I know that song too. Let's not go there.
Go back to school.
Yes, go back to high school. And then I disagree with you guys. I like Grease. And the unique thing about the song Grease, it brings back the 50s into this. Yes. And the funny thing about it is like the 70s and 80s kind of embraced some of the 50s, which I think was fantastic. I mean, you had different movies that we talked about, but also Happy Days came into its own during the 70s. And so it's kind of cool. And I thought Grease was kind of a perfect song for that movie. I guess I think about the opening cartoon part of the movie Grease when I think of that song, which I thought was great, because that nothing says the 50s like the opening cartoon part of Grease. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like the song. I don't dislike it. I just comparison to other Frankie Valli and other songs here and but I like it. I had you're talking CDs. I'm old. I had this cassette when I was a kid, the cassette to the movie. And it's one, like when I was a kid, I loved all these songs and you could play this whole cassette tape, like over and it probably wore out and broke. Eventually we played it. My cousins all loved it too. And we were always like, play Grease, which is funny when you said that. Cause I'm like, oh my God, we're all like, what boy can we get to play like, the guy part? Like none of them were like, oh, do you want to play Grease? And they're like, no way.
Oh, getting dragged into karaoke Grease was not fun. But the sad thing is I knew all the songs. So I was like the only guy that would be brave enough to do that. But the other aspect of Grease was that it's interesting how they got a PG rating for that movie. They were able to change some lines and some words on there, but if you look at some of the lyrics to some of these songs, especially like Grease Lightning.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we listened to that unedited when I was a kid. We listened to that all the time. And now they bleep it out on TV if they use it for something.
Yeah.
Always bleeped out. And we were kids. We listened to that thing all the time. And we're still alive. We're not permanently damaged from it. We're okay.
Yeah, says who? We're all permanently damaged, but
yeah, well, maybe.
Well, no, I'm not permanently damaged. I mean, it was fun, and I get all the attention from the girls when I do those, but not that my voice is any good, but I can act a fool on stage without any alcohol sometimes too.
Oh my goodness.
So no, I just have that outgoing personality. I'm not afraid to speak in public. So anyway, that's too much about me. Wallace Lang suggests that if I still sing in songs from Greece in karaoke bars, which not as often as I used to, that I do the Weird Al Yankovic and spoof the song. Yeah, I might be able to get away with that. I don't know. It's interesting. I've got a couple of songs that I've done. I will tell you, I had a friend that this was like 10 or 15 years ago. She used to have Karaoke Idol. And so we did karaoke songs on her karaoke machine, and we had judges that would judge it. And it was a lot of fun. No, I didn't do any Grease songs, but I did do a Kenny Chesney song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. Which imagine that song. But what I did was I had her backstage. I had her put a sign on my back that had tractor and with an arrow pointing down at my posterior and shook it. So that was pretty funny. I got a lot of laughs. I got a lot of whistles, but we won't go there. Needless to say, I didn't win the contest, but a lot of fun. So anyway, so folks, what are we missing from this top 40? Let's find out next. Okay, so here's the best of the rest. And oh my goodness, guys, I had to do two slides because we got so many songs. Folks, the top 100, if you get a chance to go look at it, there are so many songs on the top 100. So Age of Pepsi 1, it sounds like you're itching to go. Let's name some songs that you like.
Oh, I am just going to start at 99. Hollywood Nights by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. I absolutely adore that song. It is so amazing. It is, when he talks about waking up, with the realization that the girl is gone. And, it's just absolutely, all these songs told stories. This is just absolutely amazing. I like Bob Seger anyway.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 96 Ebony Eyes, beautiful song. I Can't Stand the Rain by Eruption is amazing. Turn to Stone by ELO. Oh God.
Yep. You tell your husband he better do that?
Yeah, actually.
Turn to Stone when you were gone.
Yeah, that's right. Turn to Stone.
Yeah, Don't Look Back by Boston.
Title track off that album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then you have I Love the Nightlife. That is the song that is there. But number 80, I love their version of. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love their version of Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood.
Yes.
It's like 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But it's I listen to that sometimes at very high volume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My AdCom amps don't care, but my husband does when he's here. I love that song.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, and then you have Copacabana by Barry Manilow, which is my favorite Barry Manilow song. Because the Night. Oh Jesus, that song is so amazing. Because the Night by Patti Smythe's group. Yeah, that is just it. Yeah, then you have Summer Nights from Greece. Oh God,
yeah, which I thought should be higher.
Yeah, that is the number one song. That is the number one song from the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just so many. There is just so many, and then there's some that are not so good, like Disco Inferno. But there's just so much. Imaginary Lover by the Atlanta Rhythm Section. Oh my God. Oh God, It's amazing. Just so many good things. That's before I lose my voice completely. Oh Jesus! there's so many more good songs on this than there are.
It's so many. My God. So many.
Yeah,
Yep.
but like I said, number 80, from Las Esmeraldas and Esmeralda, and and Summer Nights, and 99, Hollywood Nights. It's oh God.
Yeah.
Hollywood Nights.
Yep. Well, tell me more, Tony.
All right, let's just go up the list.
Are we going to start from the
Number
back
90.
or the front? Because I got 2 slides.
We're going to start from the back. We're going to start with Hollywood Nights. We're going to go to the name of the game. Ebony Eyes. Turn to Stone. Don't Look Back. Native New Yorker. You Can't Turn Me Off in the Middle of Turning Me On.
Yeah, you can.
Sweet Talking
Really? Is that true?
Woman. Bluer Than Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I Call You Friend. Sentimental Lady. Copacabana. Every kind of people. Don't make my brown eyes blue. Summer Nights. Duh. Baby Hold On. Reminiscing. Shame. Blue Bayou. Here You Come Again. This time I'm in it for love.
Really?
I love that one. I love that one. That makes me
I'm
happy.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Come
playing on
sail
the
away.
song.
Sail Away on Broadway. Love Come Sail Away. My God, that's an earworm for all the right reasons. Okay, that's an earworm for all the right reasons. Imaginary Lover.
Oh yeah,
Girl,
I love that. Oh,
love is in the air. Our love.
oh my
And
God.
Short People.
Oh, wow. Short People. I didn't think that would get a mention.
Yeah.
I'm a short person.
Say props to Randy Newman for making a song that you couldn't put out there today. Right?
Yeah. True.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thinking about
All right,
that.
Heather, what do you like?
Yeah.
Start from the back, or are we going to go from 41 on?
We can start from 41. So many. I'm not going to list them all, but I would say one of the highlights for me is Bob Seger's "Still the Same." I love that song. I love a lot of Bob Seger, but I really love that song. Kind of interesting about it, someone running into someone that you haven't seen in years, and they're still the same. It's just cool lyrics and cool music in there. I agree. "Come Sail Away" Sticks is fantastic. A song that I really love is Here You Come Again, Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton. I think she has one of the warmest sounding voices. And this is kind of that same concept as I Go Crazy, except, she's not whiny about it. This is kind of just fun and catchy. Like, I don't know. I like her songs. That's a good one. Peg, Steely Dan is fantastic. The harmonies on that by Michael McDonald, the background vocals.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Peg, it will come back.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, great. The bass line, if you listen to it isolated, I mean, there's so much going on musically in that song. It's hard to pick it out. It's not at a high volume. But if you can find that and listen to it, it's really incredible. I also say Leonard Skinner, What's Your Name? I don't know if you have that on here.
Yep, it's on. Look at the bottom right there. Yep, right there.
Oh yeah,
Street Survivors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Copacabana, yeah, Barry Manilow. I also love Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, Santa Esmeralda, and it is super long. It's got like this incredibly long. But it's cool with the clapping. It's just a really well written song. I love, man, Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good. That guitar riff is fantastic. And so many cool builds in it. Yeah, you put Flashlight on here too. I like that song by Parliament. I don't really like any of their other songs, but that one's kind of cool. Yeah, I Can't Stand the Rain. It's great. Name of the Game is one of my favorite ABBA songs. And man, Deacon Blues, another Steely Dan song that's super jazzy sounding. A lot of there's so many great ones in this, but those are kind of the highlights for me.
Yeah, guys, I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. I put my favorites on here, but like Yeah, Stealing Dan, Deacon Blues. I can't believe you guys didn't mention that until Heather mentioned it just a minute ago. I love that song. Love Hollywood Nights.
Oh,
Oh, what?
I was just thinking. About Hollywood Nights, how they're
Yeah.
how they're driving through those twisty turning roads.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I was just thinking of that. Vacationing in California, how we were driving along Highway 1, and then we got lost because we wanted to take a shortcut. I mean, we went across these really, they weren't mountains, but there were these really nasty hills with like a 30% grade, and it really sucked. That poor rental car. That poor rental car.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, the brakes were like smoking.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, I mean, Turn to Stone by ELO is amazing. I love that song. And,
Yeah.
I love that album.
By Boston. Boston took so long to have a second album, and they just rocked it. Flashlight, I mean, they played it in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's one of their Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and then I know it from a lot of different things that they've used in the background. But it's so great. It's So Easy is a pretty song by Linda Ronstadt. Lisa Briggs. I love the Nightlife. Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good, folks.
Yeah.
You don't know that song until you see him do it live.
Yeah.
And he will do it at an Eagles concert. I've seen he adds different lyrics to it as well. He'll say, instead of I have a limo ride in the back, he'll say, I have a limo ride in the trunk. I lock the doors in case I get drunk. He'll change some of the lyrics on it to be funny. But I mean, Joe Walsh,
great.
Heather hit the nail on the head with just the guitar on that is phenomenal. And Joe Walsh is still an awesome performer. Now, I heard he had to miss some of the Eagles concerts recently, but because he had a really bad case of the flu. And so hopefully he's feeling better and back in concert because I want to go see him soon.
I remember seeing him too when I saw the Eagles. The audience, when he starts into that riff, the audience just like goes insane. It's just so.
It's not just a riff. I like the little reframe. It's just amazing. Copacabana. I have to say this, that there was one of the ski trips we went on with my church group. A girl got obsessed with that song, and I think through the whole ski trip, I think everybody sang that song because we had to get it out of our heads.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think one song that gets overlooked that people don't know was by Robert Palmer. It was one of his first big hits. Was Every Kind of People. I think that gets overlooked in his repertoire, but I think it's really good. Because the Night by Patti Smith. Yes. Crystal Gale. God. Somebody mentioned in the chat. Oh my goodness! Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue? It's such a pretty song. It's so beautiful. I thought that was great. Leonard Skinner, what's your name? So it's about a real bar fight, but it took place in Germany, not Boise, Idaho. So they really did get kicked out of the bar and get kicked upstairs. But Leonard Skinner was a mess. I mean, they couldn't fly commercial airlines because they were so rowdy. They got kicked out of hotels. Agent Pepsi One, do you want to talk about them in Germany getting kicked out of a hotel?
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but I will tell you, when I was in the Army, I happened to be at a guest house with a co-worker that I was working with, and she and I were sitting at a table, and there were a bunch of others there from my unit, and they got into a fight. And I don't know why, they were all drunk. And the German police came and the MPs. It was not a nice thing. And the thing is, we kind of hid in the ladies' room a little bit until they cleared. But yeah, I mean, the bar fight. I did not know that was Leonard Skinner getting into a bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. But I was also going to say, two songs that are really missing from here. Yeah, it's from Styx. It's Renegade and Blue Collar Man.
Yeah, I don't
was
know
from
if we'll see those in
78.
79, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Styx rocked. I love those songs as well. Summer Nights, obviously. I think Eddie Money, Baby Hold On to Me is a really great song. I love that song. And then, folks, if you don't know the Little River Band, you'd be surprised how many songs you know by them. Reminiscing's a pretty song. So, and of course, you guys mentioned Peg, but from Steely Dan was another catchy one. Blue Bayou by Linda Ronstadt is great. So, and then we mentioned Dolly Parton, Here You Come Again. And I think we've mentioned Come Sail Away is great. There's so many great ones. Still the Same by Bob Seger is amazing. I like Slip Sliding Away by Paul Simon. I thought that was a good one.
Oh yeah.
So I think Love Will Find a Way by Pablo Cruz is actually pretty good too. And then I like the OJs. Used to Be My Girl. It's a Motown hit.
Yeah.
So this is kind of on the backslide of Motown before the 80s when it switched over. But yeah, I mean, I do think the OJs rocked it. But all right, folks. Wow, get your disco shoes on, because disco is going to dominate our top 10 coming up. If I can find the right media assets. Here we go. Okay. So over under BG songs do you think are in the top 10?
Lots.
3.
3.
Okay, here we go.
This was the Bee Gees year.
Yep. So the Commodores are once, twice, no, 3 times a lady. At number 10. A Taste of Honey comes in number 9 with Boogie, Oogie, Oogie. And say that 3 times fast and you will get your tongue twisted. Andy Gibb comes in with one of 2 songs on here at number 8 with Love is Thicker Than Water. Player comes in at number 7 with one of my favorite songs, Baby
Come back. You can blame it all on me.
I was wrong, and I just can't live there.
The one song that you always hold up the boombox to your
Yes.
ex-girlfriend at her door.
Yes. Yes. The Bee Gees come in at number 6 with How Deep Is Your Love? And if you know anything about Friday Night Frolics, Harvey did an interesting rendition. Number 5 is Exile with Kiss You All Over.
Nice.
Which Adam Sandler made popular and Billy Madison. The Bee Gees come in again at number 4 with the title track, or one of the title tracks off of Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive.
Staying Alive.
Yeah, and I got an interesting story about that song, which we'll get to in a minute. Debbie Boone comes in with at number 3 with You Light Up My Life. The Bee Gees hit it again with Night Fever at number 2. And Andy Gibb, who is the brother of the Bee Gees, comes in at number 1 with Shadow Dancing. So, Stark, do you want to talk about these 10?
I tell you what, this was the Bee Gees year, and then Andy Gibb took the number 1 spot, so they definitely contended over this. All of these songs are earworms. It's the reason why they were the top 10. Mm-hmm. If this came over on, if you had this on 8-track or you heard this on the radio, this was the standard. This is what you were bumping on the road to work. This is what was playing at parties. This was, songs that people bumped and grinded to, got high to, got drunk to, danced to. This was the spirit of the height of the disco movement. This is the standard of the disco movement. And it's all, as they would say, whenever we reach 40, downhill from here. But obviously my favorite song on this is, and yes, Vomited too. That's right, Darth Wanker, Vomited too. I am simply stating a fact. I'm not sucking its, you know what? I'm just stating a fact. Because Baby Come Back, obviously, is my choice on this. I love Baby Come Back. I love the memes you can do with Baby Come Back. Yeah, it's good for shorts fodder too. I've been thinking about using that song in a couple of instances. Like I wanted to like have Skeletor and Evil Lyn argue over something, and then he's got the boombox. Oh, baby, come back. Yeah, while we can all agree that disco is not the ideal genre in a lot of our circles here in the community, we cannot ignore the fact that at the time it was the top contender in the cultural zeitgeist in 1978, and for here it shows. Those are my thoughts.
Okay, Agent Pepsi One, you sound like you want to chime in.
Yeah, before I lose my voice completely, you know, I love 3 Times a Lady. That is such a beautiful song. I adore that song. It's beautiful. I'm not a big fan of Baby Come Back. I never have been. You know,
Buzz. Where's the buzzer?
Me either.
you know, it's okay. And then you have this song by Taste of Stupidity called Boogie Oogie Oogie. It's just so dumb. Yeah, but of all these, Kiss You All Over is my favorite. I love that song. I tell my husband that sometimes. So, and I love Night Fever, and also Staying Alive. But Night Fever is definitely up there, and my voice is completely gone now, and I apologize. So that's it for me before it gets too worse.
Okay. All right. Hope it gets better. Hopefully the water next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some orange juice just a second. So
okay, cool. All right, Heather.
Yeah. So I think, part of the reason that disco was such a big thing was because of the movie Saturday Night Fever. Like, people were going out years before that to clubs, dancing, doing disco, and every year, right? Like even today, through every era, there's always dance music, there's always clubs. But those songs, that music does not hit the top 40. They don't become radio signals. With rare occasion, like sometimes like Paula Abdul in certain cases, there's always a group or a singer who can kind of transcend that. All the club music stuff, and I think the Bee Gees really did that. And Saturday Night Fever, it just became like a cultural icon to some extent. And the Bee Gees, they're such great musicians, they're such great singers that they really what normally you would call disco music. So I think that's why you see it here, and it made disco, I think, a lot bigger thing than it even would have been, because they actually have really quality music. Staying Alive is just, again, like a cultural icon. You picture John Travolta walking down the street. And I think, Maurice Gibb, who's just a fantastic bass player, when you listen to this music, like his bass lines are absolutely incredible. Some of where it gets its cheesiness, disco, is that synth instrumentation, the string instruments it gets to be a little much sometimes, which I think is kind of where some of it then starts to get a little bit to be too much. But Staying Alive, I think, is great. It just, it just speaks to that era. How Deep Is Your Love is another good Bee Gees song, and it just kind of like sweet ear candy with their amazing harmonies. They just sound great together, the three of them. Night Fever too. That one to me sounds the most disco of the bunch, but it actually has some really cool like guitar chords in there that are a little bit heavier. And the syncopated drum beat's pretty cool in that. So I like all three of those. Kiss You All Over, I think, is one of my favorite songs too. It's so catchy. Great. Kiss You All Over is great. I love that one.
It is.
Yeah. I like Andy Gibbs' Shadow Dancing. I don't like a lot of his songs, but I like that one. And I think, again, like that song actually could be like, it sounds a little bit like an earlier era Motown funk, like the stuff that Nile Rodgers did. And even like kind of like the guitar playing he did on some of later, like Bowie and Duran Duran in the 80s. It's got a super cool, like funky guitar riff. It's just that synthy, like the fake violin that gets put in there that kind of then you like, it's kind of cheesy, but
violin on keys, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to reproduce or not re-record it, just like change the production, take that out and accent the guitars a little heavier, because I think it's a cool song. It's got like a cool kind of melody and his voice on there. And he's like, I mean, that dude was just smoking hot. I'm sorry, but he's like one of the hottest dudes ever. That dude, I think he just like, I don't know, got laid more than a rug. I don't know.
Laid more than a rug.
Oh my God.
That is an older meme term, but it checks out.
Well, did you know he has a daughter that's my age, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a daughter at the age of 18. Andy Gibb did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He died in the 80s, in 88 at the age of 30. So I mean, he died young, unfortunately.
Hard into a lot of the drugs and the lifestyle. He got so famous, so big, so quick that he just
and the problem was with his brothers getting into the drug scene too.
Yep.
He
the whole Studio 54 drug scene was bad. It's a shame because he had a great voice and I think probably Barry was too busy with work that he wasn't as heavily involved in drugs as his other three brothers, but well, Barry was the one like writing for a lot of other people. He produced a lot of records. He was kind of the main writer producer for all of that. So,
and Barry wrote a lot of Andy's songs too.
He did, and sang backup. Barry's super talented. 3 Times a Lady's nice. Other stuff, I mean, I'm not Player. I never really liked that Player song. Boogie Oogie, just the other Andy Gibb song I don't really like. Debbie Boone.
I think we can all agree that Boogie. Oh God.
Yeah. All right. So I will agree. So we'll make it all 4 unanimous that Boogie Oogie Oogie. No. 3 Times a Lady is a beautiful song, but you know what? It's a breakup song if you actually listen to the lyrics.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting, but it is a breakup song. And the funny thing about the Commodores is a lot of their big hits are breakup songs like Sail On, and actually Easy Easy Like Sunday Morning is a breakup song. All 3 of their main hits, those 2 and this one, are all breakup songs, which I think is interesting. I do like Player Baby Come Back. I like that song, not only for the lyrics, but I like the guitar frame on it. So I like that. That's what I like. I think I like the music of it sometimes better than the lyrics. Love Is Thicker Than Water. It's okay. I like Shadow Dancing better than that. How Deep Is Your Love is a staple from the Bee Gees, which is great. Kiss You All Over by Exile is great. I do like that song. I do like how Adam Sandler kind of brought it back in the limelight with one of his movies. I think it was Billy Madison, where he sings it to his girlfriend through the internet.
Oh, really?
It's funny.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Oh, you've never seen it? Billy Madison? Really? It's a funny movie. So Stayed Alive by the Bee Gees. So I've got a story with that. First time ever visiting New York City. Get off the plane. I kid you not, as I'm exiting the plane and getting into the airport, this song is playing.
That's funny.
Yes, the song is playing at the airport. I'm like, this is so fitting for me to be in New York. And so
good timing.
Yeah, so if you know anything about the lyrics, are very New York Times effect on man, and it's like Stayed Alive. It was just like, wow, that's kind of cool. So yeah, that was interesting. You Light Up My Life is okay. It's kind of sappy. Night Fever, I agree, is probably the most disco of that. And Shadow Dancing is a good song, but I will say this, Heather, what if you got Jeff Lynne to redo some of the background of Shadow Dancing and some of the other stuff?
I think we can agree that
because he would have added the strings instead of the keyboard strings.
Yeah, I just don't think it needs strings at all. I mean, I would take that
We'll
out.
take that out. Okay.
Focus more just on the guitar and
Mhm.
bass
Mhm.
and make it a more like a funkier with a little heavier guitar.
Mhm.
I don't like the strings in there. It just makes it cheesy when it doesn't have to be. It could
Mhm.
be a lot better.
Yeah.
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 I mean, real strings would be better probably, but I don't think they need to be. They're just not the right song for it. It was just so every disco song added those damn synth strings after a while, and it doesn't work with that song at all. I don't know.
All right, and we've come to the end of our poll. Thank you guys for voting. Hey, it looks like which genre owned 1978? Wow. So rock came in at 49%, disco was at 39%, pop
Wow.
ballads was at 6, movie soundtracks was at 6. So,
Good stuff.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
a lot
guys.
of great rock songs.
Wild stuff.
A lot of
Yeah.
great rock songs that year, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
an
anything
amazing
else on
top
this?
40.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah.
yes. Much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this
Great
is one of the
top
best top
40.
40s that we've had the entire time. So,
Mhm.
78 was rad.
yep. All right. Any last words about 1978 before we go into an interesting album?
Interesting, my eye. It's one of the best albums of all time.
Mhm.
Yep. So, folks, what happens when you take a stage play and make it into a rock anthem? We will find out in a minute. So it's the albums we love, and it is "Bat Out of Hell" by Meat Loaf, which is an amazing album. So, folks, we're going to go through each of the songs, but I'm going to tell you just a little bit about this album, and we're going to talk about it. So, here's some background with the album. First off, so we had some questions about whether or not why it didn't hit the top 25 and why it wasn't we didn't have more songs in the Billboard hits in the United States. And that was because this album was not really written the way you normally write a rock album. Usually you write for radio hits, and usually during those times you wanted it 3.5 minutes or less is usually your go-to for hits. And it wasn't written that way. It was written almost as a stage play. I mean, this thing is not just an album. It's kind of it's its own musical genre, hard rock, metal,
It
glam
is.
metal, everything. I mean, this is
This
almost
is how, if I could
yeah.
describe it in one
Go.
sentence, this is a Broadway musical on vinyl.
Yes,
Metal.
exactly. Yes.
This is a metal Broadway musical on vinyl. No stage besides the theater of the mind. And that's what makes this album stand out. Is there are very few albums that fall into this category. And I'm not
agree.
just speaking as a metalhead. I'm speaking as it from somebody who enjoys music. This is truly unique, even in the annals of metal. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No.
yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah,
No. Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you so much for adding that. And so I'll just add additional facts to this. So the album was developed from a musical Neverland, which is a futuristic rock version of Peter Pan. One of the things that I didn't know this beforehand, but they often compare this album to Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. But actually, Bruce Springsteen inspired the album, and 2 of the members of the E Street Band played on the album. So there.
It's
And
weird
then
though. I thought because I was reading a little bit of that too, and then one of them commented, I don't know if it was Jim Steinman or another producer who was like, I don't get the Bruce Springsteen comparison. And I was kind of like, thank you, because I don't get it either. Like,
yeah, me either.
it's not anything like Bruce Springsteen to me, but yeah, that's really odd.
I mean, Meat Loaf Spat Out of Hell is an album that is absolutely genuine. I mean, it is really, it is genuine. And, and anybody that knows anything about Meat Loaf, he was in that operatic rock. And this album is just, I mean, it is not, however, and I know I'm going to get buttered to this and Nancy Lux, but the follow-up to this, Bat Out of Hell 2, in 1993. It was even better. It was better than this one.
Yeah.
Buzzer.
Yep. Yeah, I got you. I agree. Yeah. And, while we're on the subject, that's not just a buzzer. We need a double kill for that. Come on, Pepsi.
Well, it did spawn 2 sequels, Bat Out of Hell 2 and Bat Out of Hell 3. I like Bat Out of Hell 2, but I think Bat Out of Hell 1 is better than Bat Out of Hell 2. I think they're both really good. I think they're both stronger than the third one. The third one isn't as good.
The third one is garbage. No, in comparison, it's garbage.
Okay, in comparison. I'll let that one slide. It's still a great album.
Yes, it is. It is, but in comparison to what this represents, it is insignificant. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
But so another inspiration for this was Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. We'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, but let's talk about some of the songs for this album. Stark, do you want to give us some facts about Bat Out of Hell, that song, the first song that kicks off the
I tell you what, man. The first song is the title track is by far one of my favorite songs to perform. I call it an endurance song whenever you do karaoke or do this a cappella, because of the length of the track and because of the range of the track. It is an endurance song that tests your vocal range, and you can only go and see a handful of the episodes of the matinee where I perform the song, and it is always a personal favorite of mine. And I have to agree with Steinman's ambition, because he wanted to write the most extreme Crash song of all time, and it was torn and twisted.
At the bottom of a
burning.
That's amazing.
It is so awesome. It is inspired by teenage tragedy songs like Leader of the Pack, Terry, and Tell Laura I Love Her. It is very much compared to, even to this day, Springsteen's Thunder Road. I mean, come on. I mean, because it's heart pounding, it's fast paced. This is the kind of song that you play when you put your pedal to the metal, right? This is one of those pedal to the metal songs that came out throughout the course of the subsequent. This is I want to speed and not get caught songs, right?
Yeah,
like
Johnny, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt. If you've ever been on Texas 287,
yes,
going out to Children's, I was playing this song in the car, and I looked down at the speedo. I was doing like 115 miles an hour.
Oh God, down, bro. You gotta watch it. There's some small towns you go through where the cops are ready to get you.
They want that. They need that. Their quota's needing it.
Yeah, this is right after I left Vernon going to Children's. And I just looked down and going, "Oh my God."
So according to Meat Loaf himself, Eddie, the song constructed from a shot near the beginning of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, in which the viewer looks down a valley and sees the lights of a city. He says all the clients of the Bates Motel wish they would have left like a bat out of hell. It had nothing to do, believe it or not, with Bruce Springsteen. It had to do with Alfred Hitchcock and Psycho. That is his disclaimer. He's like, I was not inspired by Bruce at all. How dare you? How dare you? This song has much more merit, more individuality, more weight. How dare you? But it is by far. I love performing that song. Like I said before, Meat Loaf is a musical muse for me, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's a great way to kick off the album, right?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Great way to start out the album. I like my favorite part of this song is when the line when they say like a sinner before the gates of
heaven I'll come crawling on back to you.
And they play an organ that sounds like church music, right?
It is, yes. Like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you.
And you've got the church organ, and
then it's like da, 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 da. And then you got the breakdown. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's amazing. All right, so I'll go into song number 2 on the album. You took the words right out of my mouth. And must have been while you were kissing me. Hot Summer Night. So this is the lead single off the album. It was actually released earlier in around like 1975, 76. According to his autobiography, Meat Loaf asked Jen Steinman to write a song that was not 15 or 20 minutes long. Which was sometimes hard for him to do. And in Meat Loaf's words, a pop song. So give me something poppy or rocky so I can sell some albums. His autobiography also dates the writing of the song to 1975. It basically being the key factor in Meat Loaf and Steinman deciding to work on an album together. So this was kind of the song that kind of kicked it all off. So it was first released around like 1975, 76 at the beginning of the album, when right before they'll release a song and then the album will come out. And then as the album hits, the charts will start to release other ones. So they released it and it didn't do so well. It peaked at 73, but then it was re-released after a few songs had already been released on the album. It was re-released again and it peaked at 39. It's one of his more successful songs off the album. Again, these are long songs, and some of them did get radio edits. This one got a little bit of a radio edit, which helped it. But I mean, this song is it's a great one. It's a quoted one. I mean, like when I started talking about the first part, all of you guys chimed in. You know, you took words right out of my mouth. You must have been while you were kissing me. I love this song. I think it's a great one. It's got a rockin' edge to it. It's a good poppy rock song, and I think it makes a nice transition from Bat Out of Hell to a little bit more of an edge, a little bit more of a poppy edge, because we're going to get into a little bit more ballads with the next 2 songs. What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
It's every song on this album is phenomenal.
Yeah. Anything else? Took the words right out of my mouth.
Super catchy, great lyrics. Just another great tune.
I like when it starts off with it's like that spoken part. That's really a spoken part. I mean, it is just so amazing when they just do that spoken part, then it goes into the song. And it's like Tony said, it's from a it's like a musical. The whole album's written like a musical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the things, is that he wrote it like he was writing a musical rather than a pop album. He got some flack for it, but the music stands for itself. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh my God.
Yeah. All right, Heather, do you want to talk about Heaven Can Wait?
Sure. So this one is more of a slower, emotional ballad, which is a good change of pace right at this point, right? Talks about contentment, joy of being alive, in love with your true partner. It was never released as a single, but it was a showstopper in Meat Loaf's live performances, which I can see, because the slower ballad, he can really show off his voice. He's got an incredible range and just his delivery, right? The dynamics of his delivery, where he can kind of belt it out and then kind of back off it and do the softer voice. He just really, I think that one really shows his performance on that one. So pretty cool. Song was originally demoed by Bette Midler. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But
Bette Midler.
Yeah, good ballad, good change up of pace right there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think this is a really pretty song.
Mm-hmm. Very.
And I think it's an interesting transition with this. All right, Stark, you want All Revved Up with No Place to Go? Because that sounds like a guy's song.
It sounds like a guy's song. Wow. If that's the only metric you're going for, sure. This is another. I'll take that common trope and raise you one. All Revved Up and Ready to Go is also one of those. With No Place to Go is also one of those songs that you want to drive really fast to. So lyrics depict a young couple's relationship filled with desire and anticipation. The song captures the feeling of being excited yet directionless. This is blind ambition, ladies and gentlemen. This is whenever you have nothing but the future ahead of you, And of course, it's not a mainstream hit, but it is a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we do have a hit coming up at number 5.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's straight up rock, and it's like
Mhm.
the angst, which sadly some of us know about.
Oh, some of us use it as a form of reinforcement.
Okay, we won't go down that. Okay, Agent Pepsi 1. Your favorite song on here is 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad. Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, this is my favorite song off this album. It is. I mean, it's such a slow piece in comparison to the rest, but it is so meaningful. It's about heartache and love, and how sometimes you can't get what you want. And I have a personal story about the song.
Oh, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, before I met my first husband, I dated this guy who let's just say he was yeah, let's just say that he was quite attractive, and in like long-term relationship that we just hooked up for a little bit. And this was yeah, I mean, but and I told him 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Because I actually told him that it's not about love. And I was honest with him that I didn't love him.
Wow.
But
so this was when you were in your bad boy phase.
Sort of, kind of.
Jeez.
And don't deny it, girls. You have your bad boy phases.
Yeah, I mean, he was a nice guy, and I wish him well. But yeah, I mean, this what came to me when I was thinking of this whole thing. Yeah, but I didn't know, and again, my voice is gone. I am terribly sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I didn't know that it was the final song written for the album.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And the thing with the Japanese release is just, I mean, that's just sad.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll read some of this for you, Agent Pepsi 1, since your voice is going out.
Right. It's not even right. It should be 56.666%.
Yes. Yeah, so the Japanese release changed the title of the song to use the percentage, translating it as 60%. 66% is good enough.
That's hilarious. Talk about bad translations that just missed the mark.
Oh my
gosh. That's funny. Hey, a comment on that other one about the Elvis song, I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. That was actually really funny because they were giving Jim Steinman a hard time, right? The saying like, dude, you can never write like a simple song, a short song. And when they were giving him crap about it, that song, Elvis song, was playing on the radio, that I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. And they're like, hey, just, write something simple like that. And so he said, I want you, I need you, but I ain't never gonna love you. That was like his response to it, which I thought was just hilarious.
That's awesome. I love the fact that he got challenged like that, and I read about that too.
Yeah.
I have one more thing to add, and I apologize.
Go ahead.
Again, for Bad Out of Hell, there is a video. It was shot before the album was released in 1977, like shortly before Christmas. It's a live performance of Meat Loaf doing the song in front of like musicians, and like Billy Joel was there and some others. Hold on, let me get some orange juice. Yeah, and these people were actually standing on top of tables, cheering and dancing while he was singing the song. And this video is on YouTube.
Wow,
I'll have to check it out. I saw some of the videos when I was listening to the album. So
right,
yeah. I mean, it is the audio is terrible, but it's just to see all these people in their prime, and they're literally on tables cheering as he was singing this.
That's awesome.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. Well, also the other thing about this song is that it was the second highest charting hit in the U.S. behind "I Would Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That," which I love that song.
Yeah, I would do
one of my famous
anything
ones.
for love.
Yep, and
Inspired.
that one
Nice.
hit number
Oh.
one, so that one went to number one. I love that song, but yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think is one of my favorite songs on this album. It's great.
It's fantastic. I love
It
the
is the
way,
best.
love
The
the
second,
way,
like, yeah.
right? Like when they first the first verse where he's
Mhm.
just talking to the current girl, and he's telling her this that boils down to I want you, I need to, I ain't never gonna love you. You kind of think like, oh, he's kind of being a dick to her. But then in the second part of the song, you get where he himself had that experience with this woman who he loved so much, and she said that to him, and now he's not able to love someone else. And I think it was so much better to write it that way, because you could have easily done it the other way, right? Like put it
Mhm.
first where he was with this woman that happened, and then he does it to
Mhm.
someone else. It wouldn't have had the same impact, because
No, yeah, you're right.
you first hear like him saying that and you're like, oh my God, that's horrible. And then it just makes it tragic when you see that he's had that done to him. And that's why I just love the way that they structured that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's brilliant. Brilliant storytelling, brilliant ways. And the fact that he just took an Elvis song that was playing on there and just
Right.
used
And
it
just flipped it.
to write that. I just think it's just awesome. Yeah. So very cool. All right, Heather, do you want to tell us about the epic ballad in multiple parts of Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
Yeah, the tragedy, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I think
Mhm.
this is my favorite song on the album, and probably one of my favorite songs ever. It's just hilarious the way that it's written. I mean, her like stop right there is freaking cracks me up with the
Yeah.
whole baseball play, and God, praying for the end of time so I can end my time with you. It's like, this brief you know, losing control, and then you end up ruining your life. It's told in such a funny way, but my God, it's actually like really tragic. So um yeah, so let's see. Steinman, Meat Loaf, and Ellen Foley, who had been cast as Wendy in Neverland, they all worked together on National Lampoon's Road Tour, where the singers would perform over-the-top musical comedy sketches together, which I would love to see that. That would be a blast. I'd
Yeah,
love
that'd be awesome.
something like that. Um, the male character's advances are mirrored by New York Yankees announcer Phil Rizzuto, broadcasting a portion of a baseball game that serves as a metaphor for the male character's attempt to achieve his goal, which is just, I mean, just perfect the way it's done. It's like, oh, stolen base, like right in the
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah, he
kind of,
hits a double and then steals a base. Yeah.
yeah, it's just it was brilliant piece of writing there. It's a four-part composition, obviously starting with one, right? The Paradise by the Dashboard Light, going out, high school teenagers. And I love that you glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Is another kind of one of his phrases that I love. Um, he's getting there. I love that, like going into the baseball broadcast, about to come into home plate, and she's like, the stop right there. Him, let me sleep on it. And I love it when they really start getting into the back and forth. Or she's like, I gotta know right now. And he's like, let me sleep on it. And it just, will you love me forever? It just it's really great the way that's constructed.
Let me sleep on it.
Yeah, and he should have slept on it, but instead he gives in. And by the end, he's praying for the end of time, so he can end his time with her, and it's just great. I really love it. Uncommonly long song, yeah, for a radio single, but classic rock radio, back in the day, it was better about playing some of these unique songs, and
Mhm.
man, yeah, been described as one of the greatest rock duets, yeah, or the greatest rock duet. I agree. It's really great, and the lady on there, she sings really great too. So it's a great song. So fun, so funny. I remember the first time I heard that, and then I was just like, oh my God, it's so funny. This was another album that I had on cassette when I was young. And I was so happy that every song was great because, with a cassette, such a pain in the ass to like skip around. And this was great. You could listen to this whole thing. Awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like this song. The other interesting thing is Phil Rizzuto, who did the baseball commentary, was the real Yankees announcer, and he claimed that he didn't know what he was broadcasting was about, but Meat Loaf kind of corrected. Oh, he knew very well. He was just trying to save it for, you know.
Yeah, it goes to the music so well. It just fits it perfect.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting. So, but yeah, I think this one is probably one of the ones that I can imagine seeing it on stage. That would probably be more fun to watch it on stage as well.
Oh yeah, their live performances of this are
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So perfect. All right. Well, I'll somebody want to end it with For Crying Out Loud? Somebody want to talk about that one? Stark, you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, For Crying Out Loud. I'm kidding. It was a ballad showcasing the themes of love, redemption, and emotional vulnerability. The phrase "For Crying Out Loud" serves as an emotional explanation conveying both frustration and deep affection. See what I did there? It's almost as if I vetted. It's almost as if I vetted this or something. It does stand out as a poignant and powerful conclusion to the Bad Out of Hell album, showcasing Meat Loaf's unique ability to blend rock music with theatrical storytelling. It's a good way to be the back cover of this audiobook of music, of sound. And again, it's a testament that whenever I think of this is a little tangential, but I'll bring it back around. I promise. I got to make a point. Video killed the radio star. Very, 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 very important here, because Meat Loaf is not your what you would consider, at least if you're a woman, the ideal male peak physique performance. But he has this ability with his music and his audio to sound as if he looks better than a lot of these other artists. Like he sounds better. He comes from the inside better. It really rings home why he's one of my muses for music. And and it's he's just a beautiful album, and he's a beautiful guy, and gay. But I mean, we need more musicians like Meat Loaf out there that are all about the music. They're all about the talent and the heart that you put into it. But unfortunately, in this 21st century schizoid world that we live in, well, you see where that went.
Yeah.
He's such a great performer, though, because when you watch him live,
he
owns it, right? Like
he dominates it.
He performs like you would think he could be like the best looking guy on earth. He has no like self-conscious whatsoever. He is out just kicking ass in his performance.
The Meat Loaf effect.
Meat Loaf had a coming with 2009, 2010. He had a heart attack on stage.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
And he was laying down on the stage, and people thought it was a part of the act.
Oh my
he was actually having a heart attack.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, and Meat Loaf is Dallas, Texas' own Meat Loaf, and he had an interesting story about the Kennedy assassination, and I'll sum it up real quick for you guys. So they kind of had the day off school because Kennedy was in town. So many kids were going to go see Kennedy, and he had a driver's permit at the time. I think he was 15. And so he went bowling with a bunch of his friends, and they were going to come back and try and catch Kennedy, at where he was going to speak. And the Secret Service stopped his car and got in and drove to Parkland. And so Meat Loaf is at Parkland Hospital when they bring Kennedy to Parkland. And so he's right there by the Kennedy limo getting interviewed by the media about the assassination that they just found out from Secret Service, who commandeered their car and drove it to Parkland.
Wow.
Wowie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. That's amazing.
All right. Yep. So let me wrap up Out of Hell with just a few known little facts, and we'll wrap up everything. It sold over 43 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. Certified 4 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, which is awesome. we talked about it spawning 2 sequels, Bat Out of Hell 2, Back into Hell, which is a great album. Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose, doesn't quite compare to the other 2. The album was not an immediate hit in the United States. Reviews were initially mixed, but have since become more positive. What happened was people bought the album and started listening to it and realized how good it was. Yeah. And then sales skyrocketed from there. It wasn't necessarily the singles, it was the whole album. Yeah. And this is back, folks, when you would buy an album and listen to the whole album. Yes. Yeah. So the final note is the album continues to sell about 200,000 copies per year, and it's sold to an estimated 34 to 40 million copies worldwide, including 14 million in the United States and over 1.7 million albums in Australia, where it is the country's highest selling album as of 2016, being certified 26 times platinum. The album has stayed on the UK charts for 522 weeks, making it the UK's 4th longest charting album, behind an album we did last month, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, and an album we did a couple months ago, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, and that little copycat band Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. In 2022, Bat Out of Hell was named as the biggest selling debut album in UK chart history.
Wow.
So
amazing.
Pretty cool stuff. So what are your thoughts about Bat Out of Hell? Share them in the comments below, and we will wrap things up here. Folks, thank you so much for being with us. I hope you enjoyed the show. I thought it was one of our better years, and we had better music. So let us know what your thoughts are, and we'll go through Heather L. I know you're not a YouTuber, but you're Wrench on several channels. What have we got coming up?
Several channels, but I guess you can always catch me hanging out at Overlord DVD's channel. I'm on the panel on Pop Culture Breakdown, always in the chat on PCB, and always in the chat on Friday Night Frolic. So love seeing you guys over there hanging out, chatting with you all. So hope you can come by and check it out.
Hey, what's the movie of the week? Do you know?
The movie of the week is, God, I always forget.
Get a clue.
Yeah, I'll give you a clue.
Oh, clue. Yeah, I still have to watch it. I've never seen that movie. So.
Oh, you're in for a treat. Can't wait to hear your reaction to that. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. AJ Pepsi 1, author and YouTuber and history extraordinaire professor. Got anything coming up for your channel?
Yeah, I've been posting my fan fiction, Project Clementine Pretty Feather. Please do listen to it. It's psychological realism. So if you like Hitchcockian style, you might like this. It's all a very nice narration. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the end of the school year. So paraphrase Meat Loaf on that. Praying for the end of the school year.
But good stuff.
Yeah, that's about it. It's just I'm really busy right now. Some of you might know I've been doing some consulting work, and I've been working full time, teaching, and it's just I am really, really busy. So
I hear you.
Unfortunately.
And then the great Stark of Iron, who recently got 4,000 subscribers. And
I'm working hard. I'm working hard. Give me just a second. And disclaimer, obviously, as I like to do these plugs professionally, as a preview of what I have coming up. Are you tired of the same humdrum day-to-day kind of discussions that are literally plaguing YouTube? Do you want something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more, let's just say, variety-based? Then check out Stark's Thursday Matinee, where it's basically the variety show before the variety show, ladies and gentlemen. You like parody songs? Of course you do. You like character impersonations? Of course you do. You like puppets? Well, that's kind of sort of a 50-50 thing, isn't it? But at the end of the day, if you like what they do on Fridays at a very prominent channel, please give Stark's Thursday Matinee a fair shake. I will do my best to bend over backwards, give you the shirt off my back, torture my voice, torture my carpal tunnel on cheese, and much, much more to earn your respect and adoration, ladies and gentlemen. You can find Stark's Thursday Matinee located on the channel that has just been provided to the link below. And of course, we do have a discussion show as well, Starkcast. It's kind of like another pop culture show, but we like to do it at the end of the week. That's right, where we just take up pop culture, gaming, odd news, and of course, community news, where we make fun of, other streamers that obviously sold out to the woke wakers on the left. All of this and much, much more. We got Alf, Alistor, Vox. We got Beetle Guys. Ha 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 ha. Ladies and gentlemen, we have everything that you could ever want. I hope that you come by and give us a fair shake, because at the end of the day, somebody's got to do it whenever there's nobody else to.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah. All right, folks. And then coming up on my channel, I've got quite a few Star Wars videos that I'm going to react to. So stay tuned for that. I'll release them, one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. Check those out. They're about 10 to 15 minutes long. Pretty cool stuff that people are making from AI videos, and I think you guys will enjoy those. In between, we'll do some shortcuts from this live stream, so check those out. Usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll have shorts feed that'll show some highlights of this one. Share this stream, like it. Don't forget to comment on this. And then also on Overlord DVD's channel, we're doing Pop Culture Breakdown on Wednesday. The movie's Clue. So Heather and I are both panelists on that. So if you want to see us there, we'll be there. And then I'm either going to, on Thursday, Heather and I have been going through the Pacific, and we'll do another episode probably next month. But we recently did one on John Basilone, who's an American hero. Well, 81 years ago on Thursday, he lost his life on Iwo Jima, and I wanted to do a tribute to him. I may try and get my friend Marty Morgan to be on with me and do a live stream talking about that, or I may just do a video tribute to John Basilone. We'll see, but something will be out about him on Thursday. And then next Sunday at this time, Heather and I will be on, and we're talking about the Outlaw Josie Wales, and it should be a great discussion about that movie. It's a great movie, one of the great Clint Eastwood westerns that I'm sure you'll love. But folks, please like, subscribe, share the stream out, leave some comments. It helps us get clicks, and we'll definitely see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so appreciative of you. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. See you guys out there. Have a good week.
Great to see you guys.
Have a wonderful time.
Have a good night.
Toodaloo.